Hey y'all! Welcome back to the Harbingers D&D campaign. We are so excited to be back and hopping straight back into the thick of things, and yeah, we're excited to be here with you guys. Welcome to the stream, and yeah, as for announcements, we actually do have an announcement today. We will not be able to meet for the next 2 weeks due to life. Um, but after that, we'll be right back into the saddle and getting into the swing of things. Um, so with that, also, I guess another announcement, check out our merch page. It looks pretty cool. On our website, rosemarypgstudios.com. Yeah, I think that's it for announcements. But other than that, I actually have no idea if you could hear that because I just realized my microphone was down. But anyway, we won't be meeting for the next 2 weeks, but we'll be back right after that. So without further ado, we will have a recap of last session by none other than Merilla herself.
So I did volunteer to do the recap. And then as I was thinking about the recap, I was like, oh, kind of a little bit of it had to do with Marilla. Like, oh, well, dang it. Should have had somebody else do it so I can know what they remembered. But that's fine. So so in the beginning of last session, Nuri and Amaris wake up. They come back to life via the grace of the great goddess Junipas. Junipes? Junipas.
Junipath.
Junipass. Okay. June will pass. um, yes. And everybody, of course, was super excited because none of us wanted Mama Nuri to be dead, and none of us wanted never to hear Amaris's beautiful singing voice again. Never wanted to not be able to hear Amaris's beautiful singing voice again. So it was a very happy occasion. And slept through the night, and during first watch, Merilla and Amaris had a very interesting conversation, where Merilla took the opportunity to ask Amaris some questions that she had been dying to ask since the very first session. Mainly about how there was a funny rumor that Amaris was wanting to travel to the Mists. And Merilla finds out that no, Amaris did not want to travel to the Mists. It was just a rumor, so far as we know. And Marilla is disappointed, and she expresses to Amaris that she herself, ever since she woke up, for like her whole known existence, has wanted to travel to the Mists. She doesn't know why, as far as she expressed, but she wants to go there. It's important to her. And Amaris very nicely is like, oh yeah, like maybe we can. Someday, everybody says the Mists is going to the Mists is basically a death wish, but maybe we can find a different way. Nori's super smart. When she's done figuring out the coma patient stuff, she can figure this out for you. And Marilla expresses that she's basically given up on the concept. She's just ready to finish her life and die at this point. She's never going to fulfill that dream of going to the Mists.
Hmm.
And I'm actually not remembering as much of last session as I thought I was going to. We have some funny moments with the next two watches with Douse talking to his bracelet and Nuri completing the last watch and waking everybody up in the morning with, was it some sort of magic bolt against the side of the rock cave that Dusty had made for all of us to sleep in with the super handy spell Mold Earth and all that stuff. And Marilla teases Nuri about being afraid of what's called in this world the Heralder, which is kind of more or less a bedtime story so far as Marilla considers it. But Nuri gets like really upset and intensely untrusting of Merilla because of her teasing. And so we find out that, like, don't tease Nuri about the shadows, especially not about the Heralder, because she will hide a knife behind her thigh in case you get too close. It'll be sketchy. Merilla was definitely sketched out. I don't know about everybody else, but yeah. So we continue on toward the Jackaware Den, which is our main objective still, to go find and, so far in theory, take out the leader, the alpha leader, I guess is what we're calling her, of the Jackawares, named Cleo. Right? It's not Chloe. It's Cleo.
Cleo.
Okay, good. I was realizing I keep getting them mixed up. That's my bad. But yeah. So we have this fun drive, and we make it to some ruins that are right outside of the den, as the other leader of the small Jackaware pack that we met earlier described to us. And we have an interesting moment where Merilla is speaking with Dusty, and Merilla expresses that she's never really heard elves speak in their own languages before. And through this conversation, we find out that Merilla hears some languages and understands them while she isn't able to speak them, but she is entirely unaware of the fact that this is happening as people are speaking. To her, it just sounds like people are talking, and she accuses the party of pranking her, and she's not very fond of the prank. And then we get into setting a strategy of some sort of how we're going to infiltrate this Jackaware base to defeat Cleo somehow, in some way. We're thinking of being more sneaky than what is it? What is the expression? Fire
Punching
and
things,
fists?
hitting
Punching
things.
things? Hitting
Being a
things.
sleuth.
Hook smash! We're gonna use our brains in theory instead.
Our goal is to kill as few of these things as possible. Well,
Thank you for reiterating.
supposedly.
Supposedly, yes. That's kind of like more or less where we left off. Nuri mentioned going and posing as traitors, which is only half a lie, because Amaris and Nuri are traitors for the Lead on Shipping Company.
Alrighty. Well, with that, without further ado, we dive back in. It is right before the evening, starting here. And tonight will be a full moon.
I knew it.
So we should hide inside and make it so
We
no one
did.
can get in. Mold Earth, just make a box.
I mean, when was our last long rest?
Almost 24 hours ago. No, not 12.
Less than 24 hours ago, because
12?
you know, we had Dusty made that cave in that rock,
Yeah.
and we only like traveled for like 3/4 of a day before we got to the rooms we're at right now.
And Maris and Nuri still have 1 point of exhaustion.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, but we did get one after they woke up, didn't we? So
Yeah.
yeah.
Because they were at 2 points of exhaustion.
Sorry, you'd said not since whatever, and for some reason I was thinking since the town. I was like, so we went the whole worm fight and we did that. Wait, no, never mind. We're good.
So, are we going with this plan? We're going to be traders for the Lead on Shipping Company, trying to get on the good side of Cleo. No, I'm really tripping up about that all day.
Sorry.
I think it is a good start.
Yes. So what are you going to be bargaining with? At least in theory, mentally, since we don't really have anything.
She glances over to Douse's bracelet again.
Well, we have the fancy bracelet you made, and then it would be like, well, we don't have the goods on us because it's from a different realm. So
Merilla dispelled the minor illusion magic, by the way.
Oh, well, we used to have a cool looking bracelet, but now it's just kind of plain looking, so I don't know.
We could
Um,
we could use it as say it uses or it gives people ability over his water, but if they know anything about water genasi, they might think it's just coming straight from me.
Yeah. Because I know the point was to not provide them with anything that if they do capture us or kill us, helps her.
Yes.
True.
We're not all exactly noblemen with cash and jewels to spare.
Exactly why it's Leodon Shipping Company. We're here to make a deal. We're not here to give things right away, but make a deal so that for the future, we have something going on.
I think in a large part, we're just going to have to follow your lead.
Or maybe, Amaris's, because she was with the Leodon Shipping Company much more recently than I've been with them.
I mean, I guess that's true. Am I really gonna have to do all the work? I don't want to do all the work. Nuri, I need your help.
Oh, I'll help you. I'll totally assist you. I'm a great backup person for you. But I think you can do it.
Okay.
You're much better at persuading people than I am. Let's just put it that way.
Especially
Wait, could you say that one more time?
Especially if she sings.
Amaris's face just goes a little red, and she's like, "Oh well, I mean," and she does this kind of like a little flip with her ponytail.
Maybe that's how we should approach. Amaris should just sing and I can play on my lute. That way they know we're coming and it's not like a surprise attack or anything.
Seeing traders, this could work.
Yes, it adds to their performance.
It could work.
Is your company known for seeing traders?
What, Leodon Shipping Company?
Yes, because if they know of Leodon Shipping Company, we come in like that, that would be contrary to their knowledge and might work against us.
Well, I know from my family, that's how we brought customers in. We me and my siblings, we would perform.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure that that's something you are known for, because again, if it's not and we're doing it, that could lead to some doubts.
Right, I understand that.
She's definitely known. She won a competition once. That's how I know about her.
You
She's
went
known, but the company is that's what I'm talking about. I don't know much about the company, but if that's whatever.
We lived underwater a long time. It's all right.
Some would
Okay,
say
out
my
of
whole life.
character. Out of character, it's the water genasi way of saying you've lived under a rock.
Yes. Which abyss have you lived in? A giant underground crater.
I mean,
Alrighty. So
Underwater.
the night is falling.
Are we going tonight or
I figure if we stay here through the night, they'll most likely discover us. If they send out any scouts at all. You saw how easily they were able to locate us just by the scent of their companions. And also, even before then, with their ambush. So
True, but there's nothing that says we couldn't go off a couple miles further away, make camp there, and then come back in the morning.
Or we could just finish making the house that Dusty made and just make it a box and no one can get in and no one can get out. Although that could be a very bad idea too.
Yes, we could be trapping ourselves in the box.
hopefully they don't know any
Especially with things
spells.
that can go through sand like worms.
I can make a
You-
floor too.
Dusty, you would know that the worm isn't going to be traveling in an area that is littered with ruins. It likes open, expansive sand.
Yeah, I'll refer this to the party. We should be fine inside of here. At least against that.
Okay. That's one concern out of the way.
Yes,
Well,
I mean,
well, why shouldn't we go tonight? I guess is a good question.
Well, I was curious is all.
Are you two feeling up for that? I mean, you have been.
We have been through a lot, and I don't know about you, Nuri, but I'm pretty tired. I think I need sleep.
Then you'll be on your A game as well.
Yes.
yes, I personally don't do too well in that. You know, these old human eyes of mine can't see really too far. I mean, I do have those goggles. And she kind of like actually takes off her pack and she rummages a little bit and she puts them on and she snaps them on her face. Oh, wow, gosh. Is this how you pointy is see all the time?
Good question. Do those require attunement?
Do
Um,
they? I think so.
I don't believe so, but that would be something to
Okay.
check. And if it
Alright.
does, then I'm assuming she's already attuned to them.
I just thought it'd be very hilarious that she put them on expecting something and nothing happens.
Nothing.
That would be hilarious.
Well, these are worthless.
I personally think it would be best to rest. To sleep here for a little bit. I really do think it's in our best interest to be as capable as we can be and as well rested as needed.
I'm so hard fighting the desire to be like, well, it's a full moon. We're screwed tonight. Because Douse is not looking at the moon. He's not caring, but I, as Dane, know. Like,
I will be fine.
Ow!
At a game?
Wait, was that howl in game?
Yes.
I was about to
Yeah.
ask the same thing. Oh, shoot.
Sounds like the coyotes
Well, it's
are
time
out.
to go, I think.
It's time to go.
Well,
Rhoda's gonna like turn around and she's gonna like look at the wall that's behind her because she forgot. Is there any inscriptions on the wall that might be interesting?
On the
Besides the
wall,
ones that
Yeah, that's
no. There's nothing interesting on the wall. The only like interesting thing of note on these ruins is there's like a statue in the ground, like half buried. And none of the other buildings have any inscriptions on them because technically they'd be like the tip of these buildings.
well, Dusty is going to continue building his little Minecraft house.
just cue the Minecraft music. Doom,
Bum, 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 bum.
Okay. You keep adding boxes.
Merilla, with her goggles, is gonna peek out the door past everybody, and she's gonna kind of like poke Nuri.
Nuri, do you want to do something for science with me?
Like what?
I want to go look at that statue a little bit more.
Well, I mean, if it's for science,
Yes.
it's a statue.
It looks rather interesting.
Does it look like humanoid, like on the map?
It
As far as you
does
can
look
tell?
it does look vaguely humanoid. Not vaguely. It does look humanoid.
Okay. Cool. Can we see about as much of the statue as we can on the map?
Yeah, I'd say you can see from the statue is actually a little different from what's on the map.
It's not a.
It's not this little prayer statue, no. So the statue itself is of a male figure with the hands of the statue are actually over like where a heart would be, and they're just like kind of like clasped over both hands. Mm-hmm. And the statue's head is kind of like pointed downward. But obviously it's like on its side on its back. But it looks like if it were standing up, it would be looking like down. And then you only get like the top torso is poking out, basically.
And it's on the side. Okay.
Yeah, it's on its side or on its back, I guess technically.
If we like look at where the hands are, is there a gap at all? Is there anything
Yeah, is there a
underneath
gap
the
behind hands? I was gonna ask that too.
No, it looks like when the artist was like making this or whatever, like it just kind of had part of the hands just like stuck to the part. It's just like he carved around, made the hands out and stuff. So there's no gap, there's no secret pocket there.
What does the clothing of the man look like? Is it like almost kind of like religious attire, like robes, or is it?
Yes. So
Okay.
it looks like more like a big robe, with sashes around, like draped around his neck, like a big sash. And hold on, let me pull up my note here real quick on this.
Nuri, where do you think we should dig? For science. Just a little bit.
Probably where it was looking down at, I would say.
If it were erect?
If it was standing, where would it be looking? That would probably be where I would dig personally. Why have it look at nothing, you know? It's gotta be looking at something.
Perhaps whatever person is looking up at it. But yeah, somewhere in that direction, somewhere around the base.
And she kind of waddles over to that spot she guesses and starts to try to dig.
You know, if we had Dusty's spell to just mold the earth away, it might be really helpful, but he's doing way more important things.
And she kind of like checks herself. Not that science is not important.
Nuri seems to actually be kind of zoned out, like scribbling things in her notebook. She's like
not
walking
digging.
around the statue.
That's so funny.
The statue of the man is clean shaven. He does have like chiseled hair in the stone, you know, like he does have a head of hair, so it's not bald. Merilla, you notice that he has very kind eyes.
Excellent. This is going with. Perfect. She's gonna keep trying to like sift away at the sand. She's gonna take the immovable rod, which she's been keeping in her belt this whole time. I will remind you, and she's gonna try digging with that too. Not pressing the button part above.
Yeah, because then it'll be stuck. Roll survival for me. With that.
Beans.
If Nori's helping you, then you can get advantage.
Nuri's just ignoring you, writing her own.
This is right.
About this point, she'd probably come over and help dig.
Excavate.
Perfect. So I am going to get advantage on survival.
Yeah.
That's
a nat 20.
Oh, heck yeah.
Nat 20, guys. First nat 20 of the night.
Things are looking up.
Yeah. You guys are digging a little bit, and you don't have to dig too far. But you managed to actually find the base of the statue. I'm going to make a little drawing. It's like
you just like stab the staff in there and the sand just parts like you shall not pass.
Boom, right there. That little like black circle, that's kind of where the base is basically. And you know that you hit the base because your staff just like smacks into like rock. And you're able to dust it away, and there is an inscription on there.
What language?
Fighting!
Which you both can read, but it is in Sylvan.
But she doesn't know that.
Yes. It just says, let me make sure I get the name right. It says, Heifer, God of Prosperity. So I will write that name here.
Yes, please, because I'm thinking about like cows.
Heifer.
Heifer.
A heifer. Okay.
Do you want to put that in the Twitch chat too,
Oh, yeah, definitely.
so they can
I
know?
will put that in there so people can know the spelling. Heifer, god of prosperity.
Is this a common god in our time period, or is this like a who the heck this guy?
This is one that you have actually roll religion, both of you.
Oh, is it not what I'm thinking? Is it not what I'm thinking? Religion. Where's religion? Oh dear. Oh.
That's a nat 20. Marilla, you are on a nat 20 like streak.
We should have saved these
Now
rolls
I'm
for
concerned.
combat.
Don't blow it.
That's
This
a
is the
6
sign,
for
guys.
Nuri.
Marilla's gonna die.
A 6 for Nuri.
Yeah.
Nuri, you have no idea. You've never really studied the gods very much because you know your opinions on that. Nuri's opinions on that. So you know nothing of this guy. Merilla, however, you've been around a lot longer. You've talked to a lot of people, learned a lot of things. And in your travels, you have heard of the name Heifer, and of the god of prosperity. It's generally talked about among older folk, like much older, like long-lived races. Like you've met it's from a couple dwarves that you met a while ago in the past.
This guy doesn't look like a dwarf.
Nope, he doesn't look like a dwarf, doesn't look like an elf, almost looks more human than anything else. And the inscription is in Sylvan, but
She
you
does
don't know
not.
that. Yeah. But you remember hearing it from a couple of old dwarves, in your travelings, about Heifer and he's the god of prosperity, and how they were some of the few who still worship him, um, hoping to bring prosperity to their minds and stuff like that.
Wait, who? Sorry, I don't know this information.
Sorry,
Never mind.
the
Continue.
dwarves were hoping to bring prosperity to their minds by worshiping Heifer.
Oh, their minds, not their minds.
Oh yeah, their minds
bad.
like minerals.
Yeah. Okay.
You also have heard that people of his order are just called like the Church of Prosperity. And it technically is a little bit more of like one of the it's definitely a lot older of a religion. So a lot of people will say like that they're a part of like the Church of Prosperity, but not like practice super much.
Okay.
You know, it's kind of like you know how like in Catholicism it's like a huge religion
Yeah.
and there's like a lot of people a part of it. But like yeah.
I got
But
you.
it's not necessarily like super prevalent if I'm making any sort of sense. So
It's known but not well practiced.
yes, known but not well practiced.
Okay.
So
Got you. So Marilla is going to be dusting off this thing. Ooh. What's Heifer? God of prosperity. You know, common's a really old language.
It's not common.
Nuri, I'm really done with the prank.
She almost looks disappointed a little bit.
High or low?
Low. Let's go low. Put that down, Greg.
there we
that down,
go, Greg. We got one. I love the 20 counter also.
He also has the ones.
Oh my gosh, this is awesome.
We haven't technically rolled a natural one yet, but on the preconception that we will,
It'll be
gotta
me.
put it up there.
Gotta be prepared. Nuri seems to be struggling. And she closes her notebook. Well, notebook, it's a spell book. And she's gonna look around real quick if there's any other party members close by.
They're all under the awning in the little house. You guys are a little ways away.
This does
Yep.
being over here like we might die, but that's okay. Science. Okay. Merilla,
Yes.
I am a woman of science and knowledge and research, as you know. This
Yes,
is not
that's
something I would joke about, because this further proves that I don't know what you are. You are not human, and that is fact.
Excuse no, Nuri. And she actually is gonna take one of your hands and put it on her face. Do not feel these wrinkles.
That does not mean you're not human.
And she's gonna take your hand and she's gonna put it on her ear. Do not feel how round this is.
Many races do not have pointy ears. I'm going to pull my hand away. Merilla, the markings on your face, no humans have them. 2, you can understand Sylvan and Elvish as if they are common. And I know these are different because I have grown up learning these languages my entire life. They are not common, and I'm not pranking you on this. 2, another reason you are not human is when you read the words dragons, your voice changed. Like to a different person.
Right, now you must have met the men I call brothers.
No, I have not.
I actually haven't come up with physical descriptions. You're pointing it out. Big, tall, bony men. The good fisherman with tough hands.
Nope, you're honestly the first person I've met that is a fisherman. Like, sure, I've met maybe an old man that was a fisherman on the edge of the sea, but I don't spend a lot of time by the sea. 4th reason. When you got all grim earlier, your face physically changed. You are not human. I don't know what you are, but you are not human. No matter how old a human gets, I have never seen them, like their wrinkles get deeper and eyes sunken. It was creepy, okay?
You
It
could
was
just say
honestly
I'm
creepy.
old, Nuri.
I've seen lots of old humans and seen lots of them pass away. You are not human. I have plenty of facts already, and I'm sure there's probably more. But that's just the base reasons, which proves we are not pulling a prank on you, because I am a woman of science and research, and it is in my notes.
And
I do
as
not
you
lie.
say in my notes, you notice that Amaris is starting to walk on over.
I was actually thinking more of she's standing there.
already.
That's when you turn and Amaris is just like there.
I do a little jump
Love that.
back. And I like hold my notebook. And I'm like, spellbook.
Amaris?
What's going on?
I'm trying to prove to Merilla that we are not pulling a prank on her.
Can you tell me what that says? She points at what we just uncovered. And what it's written in.
Amaris is going to go over to the statue. Quick question. I did not put this in Amaris's bio, but does everyone in the Leodon shipping company speak Sylvan as well as Elven?
Probably.
Most of the time they'll speak both Sylvan and Elven.
Makes sense.
So she goes over to the inscription and she says, "It's a name, Heifer, the god of prosperity," and it's written in Sylvan.
Believe us now? Science? Notes? You must feel a little foolish right now. Thinking your brothers were pranking you this whole time and they weren't.
Amaris is gonna walk over to Nuri and just kind of like firmly place a hand on her shoulder.
What?
And then she's going to turn back to Merilla and just say, "We have not been pranking you. What Nuri has been saying is the truth."
Marilla's going to cast Detect Thoughts.
Ooh.
Detect
That count
thoughts
as
on
an insight check?
Huh?
Does that count as an insight check? Just curious, asking for
No.
a friend.
Not
No,
really, technically.
asking for a friend. Are you going to start tallying the insight checks again?
Only if it gets ludicrous. We'll
That's
find
pretty
out.
funny.
Just the inside checks on Merilla specifically.
So yeah, she's going to cast Detect Thoughts, and she is going to go into the surface level of Amaris's mind. What is she thinking about right now?
From what you can tell from surface thoughts, yes, Nuri has been telling the truth. Amaris has been a bit confused with the whole language thing and what's been going on with that. But also, Nuri did talk about like the voice change and all that, and Amaris is a bit unsettled about that, and that's what you can tell.
Confusion, unsettled, and it's the truth. Okay, Marilla's going to pull back from you, and she's going to go surface level of Nuri's mind.
Surface levels of Nuri is, haha, I'm right. There's immense pride and satisfaction that, like, I am right. It is in my notes once again. Great pride. But then also like validation that she's like, yeah, you're not human. So it's like pride and validation, and also a little bit of like, nah, this is kind of funny.
Marilla's going to retract. And hold on, let me make sure, for the sake of flavor, that I have this correct in my brain. Okay, she's gonna stay in Nuri's mind, surface level thoughts, for a second. She's going to ask,
If I'm not human, Nuri, what else could I be?
She becomes more contemplative, and her like surface level thoughts are just like suddenly running over lots of different races, like genasi, elf, dwarf, like running through, just like mine's just like it's just like all the races are just like flying through her mind. You don't seem quite like a normal, common race. So I'd have to go with something more exotic. A mix of something. Or High or low, Merilla?
Hi. Merilla has this look on her face of just like disbelief and discomfort. Uncomfortable disbelief. But she's paying very close attention to what you're saying. Like she's very much listening.
Her mind, like a surface level thought that like pops to the very top before you feel it get like suppressed, is just like the beginning of monster. Like it stops halfway through and gets suppressed. and then she's on the outside, she looks just very contemplative. Her face hasn't changed, but you can feel that like surface, and then she like immediately suppresses it. A library would be very helpful. I'm not a master in all races, I'm not. Or mixes of races, I'm not. But answers do lie in libraries. And it's not wrong to not be human. I mean, I'm not human.
No, you're not, Nuri.
How?
Nuri kind of looks around for any of the jackal wares. Is it night yet?
It's
Oh, it's
night
dark out?
now.
It's
It's
night.
dark now. The sun was setting.
Yeah, Marilla has her goggles of night, whatever, vision on.
Mhm.
There's, you also sense just kind of like a little bit of not quite guilt, but like a kind of a little bit of a guilt forming with mixed with like trying to be sensitive. Like kind of is like forming.
Yeah, and like with that, the spell ends because it doesn't last very long.
Yeah, that's it. And she's like, we should go inside, Merla. We can talk more about this, and I can look through all my notes that I've collected and studied over, and maybe we can find you some answers.
At this point, Marilla just looks flat out hurt. She looks down at the thing we uncover and she starts just idly kicking sand back in the hole.
No. I don't think I'd like that.
Around this time, Dusty comes outside, by the way. He peeks his head out. He sees the scene going on. And he's going to take a couple steps outside and just take a look around, survey the area a little bit, make sure we're not in immediate danger.
Roll perception.
Remember, we did say, DM, we're not looking for eyes.
13.
You see nothing. Wait, let me make sure. Yeah, you see nothing.
Okay.
Oh.
You know, we may want to head inside now if you are all ready. Preferably
Marilla
quickly.
just turns around after idly kicking some more sand in the hole and she just goes back in.
Okay. You can move your character in if you would like.
Nuri, Amaris. And he like gestures his head towards the door.
Nuri's gonna just like look up at the sky for a moment. And then she'll nod and go inside.
Amaris is going inside.
Good. So with that, Dusty's going to close off the door, and he's going to leave a little bit of an air hole in the top so that we don't, perish.
Suffocate.
Suffocate.
I would be the only one alive, and that would not be great. Dusty single-handedly kills entire party. Well done. But then yeah, he'll close it off. Close off the
Okay.
last one.
Are you guys setting watches or just going to sleep?
Watches for sure. Nuri will take first watch.
Merilla will also take first watch as well, but it's not like necessarily as watch so much as she's staying awake and petting one of the mantas.
Okay.
Mars will take second.
Douse will take third.
Douse is gonna address the party a little bit and be like, so we are currently really close to the enemy, and I can't see that well in the dark. I don't mind taking watch, but I don't feel comfortable at least doing it on my own. I would like at least a second pair of eyes.
I
You
mean,
also
I can-
cannot see anything outside of this rock building you're in.
True.
I can help out.
It's just
We'll
worst case
mostly be able to see the
scenario.
game.
If things go down, I would like to, being limited in my current situation, as I imagine using light would be bad. I would like a second pair of eyes to at least help out.
Yeah, I'll stick with you.
Much appreciated.
Hey.
And there's our watch.
Okay, perfect. All right. So for watch number 1, Nuri and Merilla. One of you roll perception with advantage. Actually, straight up, because there are 2 of you and you're helping each other out a little bit, but you don't have the ability of sight. So you're just relying on sound.
Do you want
And the
to do
sixth
it,
sense of
or-
the mantas.
And the 6th sense of the mantas. Yep. So just straight up.
Merilla, do you want to do it?
Marilla's not technically on watch. She's just staying up and petting the mantas. So
That's fair.
She's watching the mantis.
I'll do it
Yes.
at disadvantage then, because
Yeah.
I have exhaustion.
sorry.
It's okay.
It's okay. It's lore disadvantage. It's fine.
Is it a nat 1? Is it the first nat 1?
It's a nat 1. We got a nat 1, guys.
With that, Nat 1 nerds have returned.
There we
Welcome
go.
Welcome back, Nat 1 nerds. We did it.
All right.
I blame Merilla.
You just have a lot on your mind, Nuri. And you're kind of like looking at Merilla trying to figure out like what race she could be. And you okay?
Yes, there's a ghost in my apartment.
I
Keep
see.
going.
Okay.
Well, as you're just sitting there pondering, I will let you roll an insight check. That one is also at disadvantage because of
Oh,
exhaustion, you know. You're tired.
Wow, I
Insight on
cannot
what?
roll above a 10. This is so sad.
It's okay. All the bad rolls are happening before the combat.
Oh, 8.
8. Okay.
That's
You
with a plus
just-
bad.
As you look at Merilla, you notice again the marks on her cheeks. And the little triangular, almost birthmark style marks of this blue triangle. Yeah. And it just reminds you of your son. And those thoughts come to your mind however you wish for them to, and whatever you think with that.
Can I add to that a little bit?
Yeah.
So also, like, as you're watching Merilla and you're noticing what Emily described, especially as you're thinking about your son, you note that the way that Merilla is petting the manta rays is very almost like childlike in a sense. It's almost like low motor skills, if you will. Or that could just be because you're thinking about your son and how he is your child. So whether it is just that projection of, I don't know, loving your son or whatever, or however Merilla is moving because of whatever is going on with her, you can't really tell. But she seems to be engrossed in the activity.
Mm-hmm. The manta purrs, little vibration, like a cat.
Is there anything
Yeah,
you want to say
thank
to
you.
Merilla?
That's okay if not, too.
Yeah, that's true. Yep.
High or low? Give it to the dice gods.
Hi.
I just see Greg's eyes just shoot open, like high or low.
Get him marking on the board.
Nuri doesn't say anything her entire watch.
Okay.
She is just scribbling in her notebook. Like looking at you, looks at her notebook, looks around at pretty much the darkness because we're in a box. There's no light in here. So like she's looking
There's a
around.
little tiny bit of light of moonlight trickling in from the hole in the top that Dusty made, but that's it.
Yeah, so she looks at shadows, she looks at Merilla. She writes in her book. That's all she does.
Okay. All right. Watch number 2.
Yay!
After Nuri goes to sleep, Merilla just kind of like lays down by the man train, just kind of like almost continues to kind of pet it until she just falls asleep.
Oh, cute. Okay. All right, Amaris. Perception at disadvantage.
'Cause I'm tired, just like real life.
I
Welcome
feel
to the
ya.
adult world.
This game's too real. This
Welcome
game's too
to
real.
finals week. I am tired all the time.
My perception is not good at all. Well, I guess this will decide which of the dice would be used more often in this part of the campaign. Okay. So that would be a 12 total.
12? Okay, that's not bad.
It's not bad, considering it was at disadvantage. I rolled a 13 and a 17.
Yeah, dang. That's pretty awesome. And you have a -1 to perception?
I have a -1 of perception because it is a wisdom thing, and my wisdom is not the best.
Oh no. Alrighty. Okay. Well, with the 12, you just hear faint howls off in the distance. That's about it.
Okay. During her watch, Amaris is just gonna play around with some tunes, like just humming some tunes to try and figure out like what it is she wants to do to start off the bargain.
This is progress. This is progress. I'm so happy. Merilla's not, but I am.
Okay, awesome. Roll. I would say roll performance to see like your progress and stuff.
Performance I can do better with. That is a 19.
Okay. You can kind of come up with like a new tune for what you want to do tomorrow, and you kind of get a little bit of practice in, just very quietly.
Of course, because
Um,
everyone's asleep.
yeah. Well,
And
and
and.
but yes, you do that, and you will get advantage on your roll because of that,
Yes.
because of your preparation. All right, next watch, Douse.
All right. And rolling my d20 to get its perception, right?
Yes,
That is a 9.
a 9.
However, I
Nice.
do have Dusty with me.
Yes.
Does that make it a
So
straight roll?
yeah, it's still a straight roll. Yeah, it'll be a straight roll because you're helping.
Yeah, so that's 9.
Yeah, 9. Okay.
Because I only
Uh,
roll once, right?
yeah. With a
Yeah.
straight roll, you just roll once. Alrighty. Yeah, you don't hear anything other than like a howl once kind of in the distance. That's about it.
Could I make like a little moat around the inside of the box? Just to act as like a little extra barrier?
Sure, you can put a moat a little bit on the inside of the box.
A little bit more for like sensing movement or whatnot from the outside,
Yeah.
but
Yeah. And nothing else seems to happen throughout your watch in the morning breaks.
okay.
Oh, who peed in here?
It's not pee, it's a moat. Look, it goes all the way around.
So
Ah.
as daytime comes, Dusty's actually
But
gonna
how-
walk over to the mantas
Mhm.
and using his speech of the woods, he is going to talk with them, and he's going to ask them if they know if anything is outside, if anything is around us. If they noticed anything while we didn't.
Like throughout the night, if they noticed anything,
Throughout the night,
or
or even just like now, if they notice
okay.
anything at all.
The one of them responds in a very deep voice, but I won't do it because it doesn't come across very well over the mic. But in a very deep voice, kind of like almost like it almost feels like a deep wail, like echo, kind of deep. As it responds with, didn't feel much throughout the night. I mean, granted, we were all asleep. um, don't feel anything outside.
He's numb, he feels nothing.
Thank you.
I feel nothing. I'm separated from my pack. It's so sad.
He says, "Thank you very much. We've appreciated your help."
Oh, well, thank you for watering us.
Dusty kind of like pats it on the back, and then he stands up, and he's going to take a 5-foot square out of one of the walls.
Before he does that, Merilla, when she wakes up, is going to cast Detect Thoughts again. And so I guess you're not technically close enough, so never mind. And it lets me sense the presence of thoughts within 30 feet of me. Before
You
going
do
with
not.
the surface level.
You do not sense any. The only thoughts that you sense are of your party members. And there's definitely brain activity with the mantas. But yeah, that's about it.
Okay.
Oh,
She
you
stays
also
quiet then.
sense the mental activity of a spider somewhere in the room.
Oh, good.
Does she sense the mental activity of the scorpion?
Uh, no, he's in a special place.
It
That's a good
doesn't.
way of
I
putting
don't
it.
think Dusty's thick enough to block it. Let me triple check this.
Well, because of the special
2 inches of any
restrictions.
metal other than lead. Okay.
Yeah, that and other stuff.
Okay.
You don't know where Dusty
Okay.
is.
Lore. We're good. Sorry.
Mhm.
Lore. The lore.
So much lore, you guys. Yep.
Hold
Dust
on, real
takes-
quick.
Takes one of the walls
Oh
up.
my noble.
Yes, Megan?
Real quick. Don't druids have familiars too?
Access to familiars, yes. With
So
DM permission.
chances are, Dusty the Scorpion is a familiar and is thus unavailable because he is in like a void realm.
Construct and not a being.
Only we knew.
Only when May. Alrighty, are you guys cracking open this box?
Yep. Slowly, a little bit at first, and then he'll take the rest of it and open it. As he opens it, he says to the party, I don't think there's anything nearby, but keep your eyes peeled. We need to be careful. We're starting the plan. And after opening the door, the light like pours in and reveals everything, probably getting a couple hands up, blocking the light and stuff. And then Dusty turns into a scorpion. And he's going to hop up on the wall next to Douse, and he's going to like hop onto his shoulder.
Scorpion! Ah!
Do you thwack at it? You can thwack at it.
Yes, because he was blinded, so he didn't see you transform.
Good. So he thwacks Dusty across the room. And he kind of like stands up and like brushes himself off a little bit. And with a sort of crackling noise, he instead walks over to Nuri.
Guys, I almost got stung.
Nuri will pick up the scorpion and just put it on her shoulder.
Isn't that dangerous?
Get stung by what? Wait, where's Dusty?
I'm gonna point at my shoulder.
is Dusty?
You guys weren't watching him? He literally transformed before our eyes.
I am so sorry. I was blinded, okay?
The little
Yeah, there was
scorpion
like
brings up its closet, shrugs.
I'm sorry, Dusty. I did not mean to hurt you. That was instinct, really.
He gives you like a little claw wave. He's like, goes
You're
back
a
to
scorpion
sitting
right now?
there. Yeah, he turned into a scorpion.
Okay, let me give you a little scorpion.
Little scorpion boy. Little boy.
Alright, what are y'all doing?
Don't
Douse
walk
would probably-
outside.
I was gonna say Douse would probably peek his head out before just running outside to just make sure we're not surrounded.
Okay. Yeah, you don't see anything around you guys. You do actually see, I will say, a little ways off in the distance, kind of pinging over here, you do see a Jackalware scout on top of one of these like pillars here, one of the ruins. Kind of looking around. Seems to be just kind of like perched up there. And it is now that you notice that it's just watching you as you're like coming out. It kind of like intently is like cocks its head a little bit and
I'm gonna wave to it. I'm gonna like motion it closer. Be like, we want to trade.
it just stays where it is.
Maybe it doesn't speak common.
Well, you are like a ways away, so I mean, it does have keen hearing and stuff too,
I'm not that keen.
but like you are like over 100 feet away from it.
Well, I'm gonna look inside our little hut and be like, we have guests, or at least a guest, on the edge of the ruins.
Already?
We might want to keep a sharp eye out. There might be more.
Remember, don't look in the eyes.
What? Oh no.
Okay, what are you guys doing? It's just sitting there.
I'm gonna cast prestidigitation on myself, clean myself up a bit to make sure I don't smell like any of their undead friends.
Okay. Yes, you can do so.
You might want to do that on everyone just to be safe.
Well, I'll go and start cleaning everyone up. It looks like and smells like we all had a bath recently. But it's just magic.
Alrighty.
Pretty cool, isn't it, Dusty? You don't need Douse, you don't need all that water to take a shower. We can just
So
I
if
prefer the
everyone
water, but this is very handy in this situation.
so if everyone could please just grab their characters and move them wherever they're moving them to.
Merilla watches you like do this to everybody, and when you get to her, she kind of like moves away a little bit, but she lets you because she gets it.
I just pat your shoulder and then I walk away. Well, Mars, do you want to lead out? I mean, you are the more experienced one out of us. I'm just here to learn and watch, you know? Before I start my own branch, I gotta learn from the best.
What? We didn't talk about this, but what do we do about the mantas? Should we leave someone behind and watch them,
Leave
just so that they don't get
behind?
stolen?
That's a terrible idea.
Well, we don't want them to be stolen.
I mean, they're land mantas.
Dusty, is your speech of the woods or whatever, is that still active?
Always, yes.
So like you can still communicate with them right now?
Yeah, theoretically.
Okay.
It doesn't say I can't. I
Can
can.
you like clickety
They
claps?
understand what I'm trying to communicate to them, and I understand what they're trying to communicate to me.
Okay. Well, you can understand the one with the really deep reverberating voice says that they'll be fine.
Okay.
So
Dusty kind of like he taps Nuri's shoulder and kind of like gestures forward, and like he motions towards them in a sort of waving manner, trying to communicate what he just got from them.
Well, I think as I like kind of like eye obviously down to the scorpion facing away from the jackalware, that they'll be fine. That we should just go on, you know. Animal
Okay.
instincts, probably.
Marilla silently whips out her lute, puts it on.
you brought the guitar.
You actually have one.
That's amazing. Okay. So
Well,
what are you guys
Mars?
doing?
Lead out.
Yeah.
Let's see if the scout will take us there first before we try any music stuff. So she's gonna go up to the scout and
So
just
your
be like,
whole party is moving over to the scout.
Yes.
I will hang back just a little bit, just to be safe, but
Okay.
I think we should do a
Move.
V formation.
The wedge is what we call it in RTC.
Alrighty. Keep moving yourselves.
Marilla's
Amaris,
gonna
you should
be
be in the
around
front.
Amaris, so wherever Amaris ends up.
I'm trying to find where the scout is.
The
Bottom right.
scout bottom right.
This direction.
Bottom right. Oh, there he is. Hello. So yeah, she's gonna head that way.
Okay.
Whee!
You can also zoom out on the map too.
So she's gonna go over towards the scout,
Okay, and it's
Um,
watching you.
and she's going to be she's just going to say, "Good morning. We are we are here in hopes to trade with Cleo."
There's a pause. And then you just hear this voice of the male Jack where he just goes, "Why?"
Uh, um,
Wasn't it to get some land?
Amaris is Nuri sees Maris hesitate. She's gonna just jump in real quick. Oh, because we've heard that she is a great collector, and you see, we trade in very special goods.
All right. Roll
Coin
deception.
things.
Yeah, one of you roll deception with advantage. One of the people who have spoken.
okay.
Douse is going
What's
to be
your
keeping an eye out just for others,
Okay.
so we don't trying to avoid getting caught again.
My deception
Awesome.
is a 2. I would happily support.
My deception is a 3, so I can roll. All right, and with advantage, right?
Yes.
Perfect.
No, get back here.
And Merilla assisted, so does she get a plus 1d4 for that? No, I'm kidding.
Okay,
If
that
only
is an 18.
18. Okay. He kind of eyes you all warily.
Jackalwary?
Jackal warily.
Wow.
And kind of like, but kind of nods a bit and says, "What goods?"
Do we want to trade or
What
do we want to
goods do you have?
Well, you see, we are from the Leodon Shipping Company. We trade from the Fey realm. Things you can't get on this plane of existence.
You see his eyes kind of widen a little bit about that. And he kind of like stands a little straighter. And he goes, "Unique and rare."
Yes, once you can only find in the Fey realm.
He says, "I think Cleo would like to meet you all." And you see him just kind of like jump down from his perch in front of you guys, and he goes, "Come with me."
I guess we're following him then.
Okay.
Follow.
Alrighty. He is going down to the very bottom right corner of the map, so just move all your peoples.
Just move your peoples.
Put up. I'll move it.
Mars is so far away.
I'm coming.
Okay.
What happened to my piece? Oh, there I am. I am on the rock.
In the rock.
Yeah,
Must
so
become one with the rock if you are.
So you see only two jackal wares at the entrance, and the cave looks like it slopes downward. It is all still covered like in sand, the ground is, but you see this big rock, kind of like formation, kind of coming. You guys remember in Aladdin, like the Cave of Wonders, where it was like it opened up and it's like this big mob, but then the rest is like just like a sand hill, basically.
Disturb spice.
Kind of like imagine that, but this is not magic. This is like an actual rock formation, but the top of it is like covered in
It is
sand that
Douse.
trickles down. So yeah, so this is just the entrance. There's two jackal wares guarding the entrance. They kind of look at you like a little quirking their heads a bit because they're a little like what the heck? Uh okay. But the one that was leading you guys says, um, these individuals. He kind of like says it a little awkward because he's like individual. Like, what do I call them? Um, he says they trade in rare and unique items and wish to have an audience with Cleo. Um, and the guards at the front say, one of the guards, she kind of speaks up a little bit and she goes, well, on what grounds do we know you're not going to attack our queen? Or sorry, not our queen, our leader.
The same grounds that you have for us coming here that you won't attack us. I mean, there's not a lot of us, to be fair.
Also roll deception again, Amaris, with advantage.
All right.
Amaris? She didn't say anything.
Oh, she didn't. That's right. Okay, Nuri.
No, but
then
I can
roll.
like all,
Like
add on to
all
it.
Amaris needs to say is like, that's right, like right after, and she gets it.
Yeah, sure.
I can add on and be like, and I'm sure there's more jackal wares, or there's more of you in there. You would greatly outnumber us. Like what? Like that wouldn't be a very smart move of us to attack.
And we'll make it anyways.
She just goes, it wouldn't be very smart of you to attack, would it?
That's a nat 20.
That's a nat 20. Oh, dang. Okay, nat 20. She goes, okay. Well, Cleo, definitely very much so. Definitely very much so. Now that's a phrase I didn't think I would say. Loves her trinkets and loves collectibles. So I'm sure she'll love you. She begins to walk in a little bit more. And the jackalwares start to head into the cave entrance.
And we fought.
And I need you guys to pause because as you start to walk a little bit more forward, the
Douse tackle.
sand
No.
kind of like falls out from underneath you. And you all start falling down a sand hole that was triggered by someone you don't know. Someone you can't see. You can't see who triggered it. But it seemed like it was a fake floor and sand just goes spilling through. And you all begin like riding down like this sand tunnel basically falling down. And you guys do get mixed up and go down separate tunnels.
No, you never split the party.
You
Yes.
just hear
Except for
as
when
Douse
the
is going
DM
down
does
to his
it.
tunnel. I blame Merilla.
Flame Merilla.
So Dusty
Okay.
would go with me for sure, though, right? Because he's been on my shoulder.
Yeah, holding on to
I
your hair
was
for my
gonna
life.
say,
Yeah.
so I actually
I would love to see.
roll dexterity at disadvantage, Dusty, to see if you stay with her.
While he's doing that, after we're separated, Marilla's gonna be thinking she's going too fast, and she's gonna whip out her immovable rod, hold it out in front of her. Actually, she's gonna kind of like brace it at her abdomen, and she's gonna hit the button, but then hit it again. So she kind of like she's going down the sand.
There's a lag in our trap. The frame rate.
Yep,
Oh my god.
exactly. It's like in an attempt to like slow herself down, but she knows she can't crawl up out of this.
Oh, good. Well, Dusty rolled a 13 for his dex save.
Okay, you are unable to cling to Nuri and you get tossed away.
No.
Okay, so I'm gonna put you guys in some rooms real quick. Dusty is
Do we
okay.
roll for it?
No, I already have the rooms. So give me one
Okay.
sec. I need a. It's a really big map. Okay, he's up there.
Oh, that's insane.
You're falling down the tunnel. This is no way
Okay.
to treat a ghost.
Dusty, remember to take them alive.
Why would you say that?
I'm joking. I'm joking. That's why I said Dusty says it. I'm not Dusty.
Oh, duh.
You can't roleplay for a different character.
Exactly.
He does make many
Good catch.
crackling and breaking sounds as he goes down, due to his carapace hitting things, but also he's trying to scream.
He's trying to scream. A scorpion.
Screams and
Oh
scorpion.
my gosh, that's so funny.
Screams and scorpions. Okay. As you all tumble and collapse down different tunnels and collapse into these different rooms. Okay. So you guys are with the people who you are with in this room.
Wait, I don't see myself with anyone. It's all dark.
Same.
Yeah, same.
I'm alone.
Oh no.
I'm with
I'm with
Amaris.
Merilla.
Hold
I
up.
can't see you.
If I move. No, I'm completely alone.
Make sure you scroll out to see if you can see where your character moved to.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no,
You
I'm
should
alone.
have night vision.
I can see around. There's no one with me.
Well, yeah, you're by yourself.
Okay, I was right then.
Oh,
I'm alone.
there we go.
Can you see Amaris? You are with Dusty.
I
Merilla, you
am
are
with
with
Dusty.
Douse. Do you guys see each other?
I see her.
No.
Yeah, I see her. I see Amaris.
So Merilla, you don't see Douse?
No, but as soon as she senses land after using the immovable rod to slow her descent, she's gonna cast light on her brooch.
Oh, okay.
You also have your goggles of night, though.
She's not wearing them right now because it's
Oh.
daylight when we are walking. But yeah,
All
she
right,
does.
so you're casting light. Okay, I'm giving you this little light thing. I'm giving you control over it.
Yeah.
Okay. Here you go. Alrighty. It's very dark. Okay. All right,
Merilla,
perfect.
do you see our hexagonal room at least, or no?
It looks like there's ways to walk. Are we supposed to be able to see that? Like
Well,
where doors are at?
I will
Open or
describe the
shut?
room to you guys. Right now it's just like a hexagonal room.
Yeah. I just
Uh,
wanted to make sure what Merilla could actually see. So if we had technical issues, we could fix them. But
I can see now. I'm sorry, I didn't make that clear.
Mhm. I'm gonna describe every single person. Oh, it just got really bright in one area.
night vision.
Him.
Okay. So everyone, I'm going to describe the room that you're in. But so don't ask me if you can pull something or like interact with your environment quite yet, because I'm going to just describe every single person's environment real quick. So, Nuri, you collapse into a room it's a little bit of a hard slam onto the ground. Like, yeah, you had some sand to cushion your fall, but the ground is very rough. And what you see are 3 different doorways, and none of them have handles. And you notice that there actually is a light in this room, a very dim light, right at the very top. So it looks like everything kind of like closed up. So when you look up, it's just a flat ceiling. And in the center of the ceiling is a big circle that looks like it's designed like a moon. And there's a gentle like white light that's cascading down and creating like a spotlight on the center. And the floor, there's no markings on the ground in that area, but it's just this big light that cascades down. And on each doorway, like I said, there's no handles, but there are carved stones that make an archway around each door. And at the keystone of every single door, there is a like a moonstone gem sitting up there. Okay, so that's the room you're in. Any questions about the description at all?
So there's a moon. The ceiling is completely closed, but there's light coming from a moon shape. That's not like a hole in the ceiling. It's
Yeah, it's just
like
it's a
light.
yeah light, like a moonlight coming
Exactly.
from a fake moon.
Okay, and there are 3 doors, no handles,
Hmm.
but there are carved stones around the doorway. But the doors are like wood, stone,
They're stone doors.
stone doors, but they look like they have hinges or something. Or is it just like stone wall with the
Stone
outline of a
wall
door?
with an outline of a door.
Okay.
Hmm.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
When you say moonstone, I'm thinking like the moonstone from like LARP.
Yeah, like a
Moonstone.
crystal.
Okay.
Like a crystal at the keystone.
That looks like the moonstones from LARP that we.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
That's it.
Okay, awesome. Alrighty. I'm gonna just go on and describe Merilla and Douse's next. I have diagrams next to me to make sure I don't mess up my descriptions. Okay, so you guys, you actually do see like these 2 hallways, kind of hallways. They've got the doors right there that you can notice in this area. So this room, stone ground, stone ceiling, the ceiling closed up behind you. And basically, you have these 2 doorways, and they are similar where they have a stone archway around them, and there's no handle on it. But these ones have like a notch in them, the size of I'd say like 5 inches by 5 inches of like a deep, not super deep, but kind of a deep hole in there, like a notch in it.
So like a square indent.
Yeah, a square
That's
indent.
5 by 5.
Yeah, 5 by 5.
And that's in the doors or where?
It's in the center of the door.
The center
Oh,
of the door.
Yeah,
That
the
has
center
no
of the
handle.
door.
It's flat and smooth.
Yeah.
It's made out of wood or stone.
Stone.
Okay, everything's made out of stone.
Everything's made out of stone. Nothing on the ceiling.
And both doors are like this.
Both doors don't have handles. They're stone. They've got indents on both doors. And from what you notice is you can see that there is an inscription over the doorway that reads in common. It's written in common. And it says, only desert venom or death. And that is what it says on the inscription above the door.
Both of them?
Both of them, yes. And there's that. And that's about it. Any questions about your room?
Is there anything in the middle of the room that I see, or is it just an empty room?
It's just an empty room. That it?
Yeah.
Okay, awesome. We are going to go to Dusty and Amaris. And Amaris, you think you're alone with a scorpion in this room?
Wait, I actually thought about how this might happen. Can I say how I imagined it?
Sure.
So I imagined it. Amaris comes like sliding into this room and she hits the floor. She gets up, kind of like rubbing her head where she hit where she landed, and then just like looks around the room, but then hears above her like this tink, 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 and so she looks up, and that's when the scorpion falls on her face.
Approved.
Yes. And so does she scream?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Yeah, Dusty just like bounces off of her face. He lands on the ground and he like starts looking around, inspecting the room.
Alrighty. You guys will inspect the room. Now this one's a little bit wonkier than the other rooms. Okay. So the ground of this room is completely sand. Okay. So you can like feel, so it is difficult terrain. All right. So with every movement, it's going to cost double. Because you feel like your feet are just kind of like sinking into the sand with it. It's not quicksand, it's just sand. And what you see is that it is a very tall room. Okay. The ceiling above you is closed. But you see on either side of you, there's no doors on either side of you on the wall. It's just a lever on one side, which I will actually mark. A lever on one side right here. And I'm going to dub this lever 1. Oh, wait, you can't see that. That is lever 1. And a lever over here, which on... I numbered these a little wonky. So this is actually number 4. Okay.
We can tell.
Yeah. But they are on the same level as you, so you can reach those. But what you see above you, so I'm going to change the color so you know it's on a different level. I'm going to change to blue. There is a doorway right down this way. So this is going to be on level 2, this blue area, that there's a door that's like a whole nother floor above you, just in the wall. And then another level above that is this little purple lever, which is not actually purple. It looks like a lever, but we're going to dub this lever 2. The colors are just showing that it's a different level. Over here on a level above that is going to be lever 3. And then with red, at the very highest, there is another door at the very like top of this on the wall. Does that make sense to you guys?
Yeah, so the fifth lever is like high up above the doorway.
Well, so there's only 4 levers.
Okay.
So on the ground level, which is the level you guys are on, are 2 levers, 1 and 4. Okay? On the level right above that is a doorway. The blue doorway is going to be level 2. Okay, that's going to be a whole nother floor above you. But you can't reach it, it's just empty. And the walls are very smooth in this room. Very smooth. And then on the level right above that is lever number 2. A level above that is lever number 3. And the final level, the top level, is the last door, which is the red door.
So lever 1's here. Lever 2 is here. A level
No,
above the
level
main floor.
lever 2 is purple.
Oh, it's over there. That is grayed out for mine. That's why I didn't see it.
Yeah. Oh, it's grayed out?
Yes, there's like a triangle of gray here. Wait, here, I'll show you.
Yeah, there is.
Right.
Hold
there.
on, let me go to dynamic lighting real quick.
Like that's where lever 2 is. And I'm taking notes inside my notebook as well, so I know exactly what I'm doing.
For some reason, there's like these little squares around you guys in the dynamic lighting.
Makes it interesting.
Makes it dynamic.
I guess. I mean, I didn't do anything to it. What if I brought your characters out again? We're putting a new Amaris in. Nope, it still has.
Doppelganger!
Killer.
No, it still's the same thing, so I don't
rolled a hit.
know. All right. Well, I'm sorry. I'll put a little light thing in there for you guys because that might help. Does that help?
No.
Yeah, let me try moving my piece. Oh, that is weird. Oh. If I stand here, I can see it.
Oh, they might be. Are they like on one of the dynamic lighting lines? Because sometimes it'll just.
That might be it, because it kind of looks like because the dynamic lighting shifts across this line
Yeah,
here.
so what I'm saying is that on the dynamic lighting, for some reason, on all of the miniatures, on all the tokens, for some reason, not on my monsters, only on you guys. There's for some reason a little square
Like behind us or on us?
on you guys, and it moves with you guys.
Funky.
Now,
Well-
if I just threw a cat in there.
I think, Greg, were you describing that you were seeing like a gray square always on your screen when you move around?
Yes. Well, yes, that is kind of what it does. It's like it changes the lighting depending on what angle I'm at. It like opens and closes like a shutter as I move
I
my
was
piece
thinking
up and down.
maybe it's like supposed to represent the back of us. So like it's our peripheral vision and forwards.
Funky.
So
Also,
you can't like see behind you.
now the
I have that
area
too.
around us is lighted slightly. So I'll just have to ignore that in my brain. Fun. Technology's epic. I tell you what.
Yeah, I don't
There's
know what's
two-
happening. I tried making another Merilla, but it's messing up every single time I add vision to you guys.
Something went
Funky.
wrong with displaying this webpage. That's weird.
That's
Roll
refresh.
20 just crashed for me.
Okay.
It
We
crashed
could
for me
refresh
too.
it. We could all just refresh. I mean, that's
Yeah, we're gonna refresh the game.
yeah, refresh the game. Give it a good old restart. Classic.
Loading. Hatching dragons.
Exciting.
Yeah.
There's dragons here. Okay, let's see. Good. Oh, so
Sorry,
there's
guys.
no, it's all good. So there's a doorway on the floors above the doorways on floor 1. It's like each of them, there's a doorway on both on floor 1 on the ground level, but also as we go up, there's a doorway above each subsequent door.
There's no doorways on the ground level.
Okay, they are the only above.
Yeah, they are only the ones that are above.
Okay. And then there's just levers everywhere. Good.
Yes.
Now I get it. 2 levers on the ground level. 1 lever a level up, and then we'll 2 levers 1 level up.
Yeah. Can you guys see a bit better now?
It's still loading in.
I mean, I haven't
see
had
more of the
really
gun
much-
now.
I still have the shutter thing.
Yes, I have that as well. However, it is also very well lit for me, and I can see past the walls
Okay.
slightly.
All right. I'm
Pretty
gonna bite the
exciting
bullet.
stuff.
I'm just gonna add global lighting.
Oh no.
Ooh,
Can
I
you
like
guys
it.
see?
Yes, the shutter is weirdly still there, but it that's actually
polygonal.
really weird because like I can
fuzzy.
I can see through this way, and then I can if I go through.
Alrighty.
Don't
Well,
worry
We'll just
about it too
ignore it.
much.
We'll just
just
ignore it.
Work around it.
Work around it.
yeah.
We'll be
We'll
fine.
just work around it. There's always some sort of technical thing. Okay. So we are going to start off. Who would like to go first with theirs? Their room.
Personally, I think Amaris and Dusty should, since we spent so much time to set up.
Ours
just
is
they want to stop
broken.
thinking.
Ours is
Alrighty.
broken, so we get to go first. Nice.
Alrighty. Dusty and Amaris. So Amaris, you land and a scorpion falls on your face.
Splat.
I don't know why.
So,
but that sounds.
Of course, Amara screams with the fact that a scorpion just landed on her face. Who wouldn't scream at that?
That's reasonable.
But then, after realizing it's Dusty, she's just gonna be like, "Oh, okay, you're good."
Yeah,
and then
he
she's
like
going to.
pops off your face onto the ground. He actually begins frantically looking around as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so she's Amaris is going to be looking around, sees the 2 levers on the floor, or the level that they're on, and she's going to go inspect the lever to just to get a bit more about it. Like, is there a number associated with it and all that?
There are no numbers on the levers. The numbers are just so that we can distinguish which lever you're doing. But the lever just seems to be a lever. It's currently pointed upwards. You can tell that it can be pulled downwards. There are 2 levers on this level. There is 1 and 4. That's why they're the same color.
Okay. And Amaris is going to inspect as much as she can, the levels above them.
You see what you see. And again, the walls are very smooth.
Are the doors open or closed?
They are closed.
Okay.
What do you think, Dusty?
So Dusty, he's gonna wild shape back into his humanoid form. So he just kind of like and lurches up a little bit, rolls his shoulders. He says, "Sorry about the landing on your face thing." And then he starts like
It's all good.
he like looks around and he says, I'm not entirely sure. I mean, I see the doors, I see the levers. I might be able to climb the walls as a spider. Maybe. They do seem a little bit slick. I don't know.
Maybe
He's
you
gonna-
could maybe you could try changing into something that flies.
I don't know how to do that quite yet. A little too complicated. And then he's gonna walk over to the fourth lever and look at that one. Is it up, down?
It is currently up.
I mean,
Hmm.
we can try flipping levers.
That seems to be our only option. Should we try flipping these two at the same time?
Sure, let's try it.
All right,
Maybe
so
s-
she's gonna grab lever 1. She's gonna look over to make sure Dusty has a hold of lever 4.
Yep, he's got a grip
she's-
on it. Ready to pull.
Yeah, and she's gonna go 1, 2, 3, and then pulls the lever.
Pull the lever, Crunk.
I was just thinking the same thing.
Alrighty. You pull the lever on both of them, and the sand starts to fill the room and is starting to rise.
She's gonna flip the lever again.
Okay, the sand stops.
Okay. My lever's still
Wait.
down.
Nothing
Hmm.
is happening with your that you can see is happening with your lever, Dusty.
Okay. I have 2 thoughts here. Lady Noir in the chat. Wrong lever. So she's gonna go, okay, I have 2 thoughts here, which might be able to help us get to the next platform. What happens if we reversed this? So this lever would be down and the one you're at would be up.
Yes, or the other way around. When you put yours up, the sand stops. So maybe yours is when it's down, it goes up.
And if
Sand-
that does
Yes.
if that does happen, we've just got to keep up with the rising sand so that we are still on top of it, so that it can take us up to this next level.
Yes. But if the sand fills the room, we won't be able to access either of the levers.
You do see
That
that there are
is
2
true.
more levers above you.
There
On
are
different
the levers
levels.
above us. Let me test something
Those-
real quick.
Okay.
He's gonna walk over to the pile of sand that has come, presumably out of one of the walls, or maybe it just raised from the
Yeah,
floor.
it's just starting to raise.
And he's going to hold out his hands and cast mold earth on the sand to see if he can still condense this sand.
You can still condense the sand.
Okay. Well, it seems I can still mold the sand, so if we're in a pinch, I might be able to keep us safe for at least a little while.
That would be handy.
Okay.
Okay. Are we ready to try this?
Sure. Let's give it a shot.
All right. So she's going to count to 3 again so that they can flip the levers at the same time, so that they're basically reversed. So 1 is down, 4 is up.
Okay. Alrighty. 3,
Ready?
2, 1.
Yep. 3, 2, 1, flip.
Okay, you guys flip them. And sand starts filling the room again. And it starts to raise.
Okay.
All right.
Yes.
Amaris is going to do what she can to stay on top of the sand.
And you guys can successfully stay atop the sand by kind of scrambling and stuff. It just seems like the level is rising. And so both of these It takes about a minute, but now both of the levers are covered, and you now have access to the first door, but the sand is still filling.
Amaris sees the next lever, and she's going to rush over to it
Well, the
and
next
flip it
lever
to see
is a
what happens.
level above where you're at. You have
Oh,
access to this blue door right now.
and the blue door, it's closed, I'm
Yes, and it
presuming.
does have a handle and it does have a lock.
She's going to try to open it.
It is locked. The sand is still
And I am
rising.
not Jade.
Dusty's gonna
Okay,
stand
this
under the lever that's closest to the floor they're at, and he's gonna wait, and he's gonna switch it once he gets to it.
Okay.
I'm ready at the lever.
Amaris looks around for a key.
You do roll. Well, you don't see a key. There's just not a key. I'll let you know.
Amaris is going to be like, okay, flip the switch.
Okay, so you're gonna have to get out from that little hallway, like where the door is, because the door is getting covered in sand now. So the
Okay,
door.
she's gonna um she's gonna continue climbing up the sand
Okay.
to meet up with Dusty.
Alrighty. So you get up to the next level and you flip the switch and nothing happens.
Okay,
The
sand's
sand
still
is
rising.
still rising. There is still the next level you're going to be reaching will be this level with number 3.
Okay.
All right. Climbing over to lever 3.
We'll go for the level 3.
All right, level 2 is now covered. So you go over to lever 3, and once it's in reach, you flip it.
Yep.
Okay, you flip it, and it seems like the you can hear like sand moving, but it's no longer rising. It's staying actually where it is right now, but you still hear lots of sand moving.
Maybe one of the doors opened.
Maybe. Do you see anything like sand moving in a certain way? Is there like a hole showing up?
Let me check. So Dusty's gonna go over to the door that's covered. I believe only one of them's covered right now.
Yeah,
But
so one of
he's-
them is buried in the sand about another floor, 2 floors beneath you. And
So
there's
we're
one
on.
above you. The red one is at the very highest level.
Okay, that's the door. Okay. So he's gonna go over towards where the door was, and he's going to check and see if sand is like moving in that corner.
Over here.
Yeah, by the door in the levels below. Is he
Okay.
able to know any movement of the sand going down?
You can note that some movement of the sand is going down.
No. Let's see. I can tell that I think the door opened. It seems that sand's going inside of there. However, we are in a precarious situation now as the sand is not falling. The most I can do is try to condense it, but I doubt I'll be able to get much leeway, even if I were to turn it all into stone.
Would you be able to make it move faster or even move it off to the side?
Yes. I also might be able to turn into something small enough that can make its way through the sand. But that too would be risky because I can't do that too many more times.
Right.
Well, I guess I'll start moving the sand. to
All right.
behind us. I'll clear out some sand, see if I can make my way down to the door.
Mars is gonna back up a bit.
Okay. All right. Make a survival check with all the mold earth that you're doing.
Sounds reasonable. So that would be a 9.
9. Okay, so it does take um a couple minutes, but you are able to kind of like push some of the sand away and mold the earth to where you have a small enough gap where you guys could each one after the other slip through down to the door.
Okay, I think I've got an opening.
All right, Amaris is gonna go over and after you.
Let's see, we'll go down first. Is the door open?
The door is not open, but you do see slats on either side of the door funneling sand out. But there is a handle. You can attempt to open the door.
Yeah, he'll try opening it.
Hey, it opens. So you can just
So,
actually click on the door. It opens.
Yes.
Right, and Amaris is going to follow him in.
All right. And sand is starting to like come through the door behind you guys.
All right, what is down here?
Okay. And we will pause there and go to the other rooms real quick. So now that you guys have escaped the shifting sands room. And we are going to go to Merilla and Douse. How do you guys fall into this room? Oh, Douse, you are muted. Or yeah.
I was saying Douse just kind of slides in with the clump of sand. I don't know if there's an opening in the roof or in the wall. It's in the roof.
Yeah, so it was in the ceiling and you guys just kind of like drop down onto the ground and then the ceiling closes up.
Okay, yeah, he doesn't slide in at all. He just plops. Slowly gets up to see, however, Merilla's coming in. You're also muted.
Adam was also muted. So Merilla, I remember, had her immovable rod and she was unclicking the button to slow her descent. So it takes her
Grandma
a little
smarts.
bit to actually get there. But she does. And like just as she's about to fall out of the hole in the ceiling, she like clicks the button because she like sees this just like a dead drop. And she just kind of like hangs over the bar for a second. She's like, oh, she hits the button and she just flops onto the floor. Because she knows she can't hold on to it. She's just so it's not like no hard because it didn't have all the speed, but it's still the straight down.
Hmm.
You know, I think this is rather advanced for Jackaways. I'm not sure if I should feel bad or something else.
Just kind of like looking around.
I mean, it's impressive what they've done, but I'm not going to pretend that I know what Jackwares are capable of.
I don't really know much about them either.
Hmm.
You know, I don't think they made this.
I mean,
Now that I think about it.
there are ruins outside. They could have just moved in, and this could have been previously here.
Yes, exactly.
Anyways, let's see what we've got here. And he just looks around. He's gonna realize the room is empty.
It's
And
made out of stone. And now we have 2 doors.
Yes. Quick read description. So, stone floor, stone walls, stone ceiling. There are 2 doors on either side that have a stone archway. They are stone doors with a 5 by 5 cube indent in the door, in the center of the door. And inscribed over each door, it says, "Only desert venom or death."
Hmm. I don't quite like the sound of that. Either we get it right, or we're dead.
She looks over to the other door.
I don't think I
It's the
like
same
either
thing.
of those. I mean, we have a few venomous creatures in the ocean. There's of course, the eels and whatnot, and there's a few fishes.
The lionfish.
Yes.
Oh.
I wish
However,
Dusty were here.
that's the only venom I could think of at the moment is that of a scorpion.
Yes, exactly. We don't have one.
Merilla is going to. Can I roll Arcana on the doors?
Yeah.
Coolio. Do.
Is that nat 20 streak gonna stay alive?
I'm kind of hoping not, actually.
I mean,
I
Douse
want
will
to
try
keep good
pushing on one of the
rolls for whenever
doors.
we do fight.
Ah, it was a 4. Wait, an 8, sorry.
Douse will try pushing on one of the doors just to see if anything will happen with it.
Nothing seems to happen when you push on the door. Are you specifically pushing in the notch or just on the door?
Not in the notch, because he doesn't know exactly what the notch is for. He's just pushing
Okay,
around the
so
edge.
pushing around the edge, nothing happens. With your Arcana, you can tell that there is like some sort of like um magical sheen to it. Um, not to the door itself, but to the notch. That there seems to be some sort of um ability to recognize something in this notch, and
Yeah.
yeah,
I just know it's magical.
yeah, it's magical.
Yeah. Makes sense. And there's nothing with the inscription, nothing magical about it. It's just
Nope, just
carving.
carved into the wall. Or,
Carvings.
yeah.
Are there any like triggers that Douse could see because he doesn't know Arcana, so he's gonna look for mechanical means of opening the door?
Um, roll a investigation check.
Ooh, I got high hopes for that. I have to pull out my character's info again because I had accidentally closed the page. Okay, investigation.
Yes.
That is a 17.
17. Okay. With that, you can kind of tell that it's very difficult to tell with this. But from the outline of the door, it seems that this door will lower and rise, rather being like swing in and out. Um, you can tell by kind of like the investigation you have here. Something needs to trigger this door in order for that to happen. Um,
So
and you can,
pulling up on it is not going to do anything.
yeah, nothing's gonna do anything with that. You can see as you're kind of like running your hands along the top, there's like 2 notches, like little tiny 1 inch by 1 inch notches hidden in the archway above the door, like right at the top in the keystone.
Okay. Do I have any inclination what those notches are for?
No, not at the moment.
Okay. I'd
Do you
run over to
get-
the other door and kind of do the same inspection, see if they're the same thing.
It'll be the exact same inspection. Are you guys going to communicate about that?
Uh, Merilla, I don't know much about these doors, but it looks like I assumed initially that it goes outward, but it actually rises upwards or downwards to
It goes down.
go out. Oh, it will lower
It will lower.
to let us through.
Interesting.
There's a few notches at the top, so there might be traps. I wouldn't put it past them to build more traps.
It's probably the days the inscription warns us about.
Possibly.
There has to be some way for it to be a real threat. Otherwise, it's just words in the stone. I mean,
Yes.
unless it's starvation.
I'm not seeing any
North it
physical
is.
triggers here to open the door. No knobs, no switches.
Well, there's something a little bit magical about that little square indent in both the doors. I think we probably put something inside, and whatever magic is there recognizes it. And either it's right or wrong. We live or we die.
Well, that's a very morbid coin flip.
It's what it says.
Hmm. And so our only clue would be this venom of the desert or death.
I only venom of the desert or death. Yes, we don't have a scorpion,
No.
but we could make one.
You can make one.
You know, like how I did that fancy forearm piece to you earlier.
Oh, yes. But isn't that just an illusion?
Yes, but I'm sure the magic will understand the intent. Perhaps.
I mean, it's better than my idea of just sticking my hand in there.
I mean, it has to go there somehow.
Could it do anything with heat? Because we've been hit by the heat quite a lot while we're here.
And heat does suck the life out of you if you get too much of it, like venom.
Yes.
Could cast fire at it.
True.
Then why have an indent? It has to hold something.
True. I mean, we're not going to get anywhere with just sitting here taking guesses. Do we want to try one of those?
Mo's not going to
Or-
respond, and she's going to look around the room for any clues. Is it just barren stone?
It is just bare stone.
Could be sand. Sand is everywhere.
I don't like sand. It's coarse and it gets everywhere.
It doesn't sound very much like venom, but
Yeah,
It's
there is
another
some
thought.
sand on the ground from when you fell.
I can't see anything that's poisonous about sand.
I can't either. I'm just
I
throwing
mean,
out
if
an
you
idea.
only ate sand, it would feel awful inside, rather gritty.
But it wouldn't be poisonous.
No, you just die from lack of nutrition.
Let's
Sorry, Emily.
go with the image. We'll start off with the first thing we had. Because that's the
Well,
only
it's
one that we
that
could.
or death.
It doesn't say what kind of death. Maybe we have a second chance.
There are two doors.
Marilla walks over to the side and, like, peeking around that bend, she's going to point at that 5x5 indent by this door.
Okay.
and she's going to cast Minor Illusion of the Scorpion.
Okay. And you're doing what? Where is the scorpion going?
Inside the indent in the door.
Inside the indent? And you both are hiding behind the little wall there?
Yes.
Okay. You have the little scorpion kind of like crawl up into the indent. And it goes into the indent, and a moment passes and nothing happens. 2 moments. 3 moments.
I think we were wrong.
4 moments.
I think so too. And she
And 2 bolts fly from the little notches up at the top and like go whizzing past you guys into the ground. They're like little like darts basically, and then they just like clatter onto the ground because you guys were both out of the way.
Well, at least we know what the death was.
Yes, I wonder if it has any more. And she's gonna go over to the other door.
Okay.
Douse will examine the darts to see what exactly, if they're just wooden or if they have anything on them.
Roll investigation. And
Marilla's gonna
Merilla,
cast Minor Illusion of the Scorpion again.
That is a 10.
and do it there. A 10? Okay, I'll get back to that in just a sec. So you're doing the exact same thing to the other door?
Yep.
Okay, the exact same thing happens. About 4 moments pass, 4 seconds or whatever, and 2 darts come flying through and clatter into the ground.
She gets rid of the illusion. She's gonna go look at the darts too.
Alrighty. Would you like to look at them together and then Douse, you can get advantage on that investigation, or just each investigating it separately?
I mean, my investigation is only a 1, so Merilla might want to do her own investigation. That might be higher than mine.
I can't think of a reason why Merilla would turn around and ask Douse for his opinion.
You guys are just trapped in this room and you're just like, we're not talking.
I mean, it's not for hating each other so much as like minding our own business, trying to figure it out.
All right, well, Merilla roll investigation as well.
Cool.
Okay, that's a 16. Dang, okay. So we've got a 16 and a 10. So Dane, Douse, what you notice with your investigation of a 10 is that you notice that the darts themselves are actually spines of a cactus, it seems like. Just like big, long, thick ones off of a swallow. Marilla, as you're investigating
She's
with
specifically looking for I guess if it's a cactus. She was thinking about how old these things are.
they look kind of old.
Okay.
Not too old, like maybe a couple months old. You gotta update your traps. Cycle through. But as you're looking at it, you distinctly remember way back when you were investigating the death of Kaya, the guild warden, and how you noticed that there was a poison that killed her first.
Yellow powder.
Yeah,
Or
the little
white powder.
powder. You can see that the tip of the spines are coated in some sort of like silvery sheen, which you can assume to be poison.
Douse, how fast are you?
I mean, decently fast. I mean, I wasn't the fastest of my friends growing up, but I usually come in second or third.
Well,
Why?
definitely faster than me.
She just kind of hold out the needle to you.
I think this might be the poison of the desert. Do you want to put it in? Pick your door. If you do.
I will. Well, it seems to give us enough time. I'll give it a shot. So
I think
he'll
I
pick
counted to 3 last time it happened.
yeah. He'll just because he's already holding one. He'll just go to the nearest door that he's at already.
Okay. So come over to this one.
Yep. Place it in the hole and then immediately run out back to where he was.
Just run. Book it. Okay, I'm gonna say you can make it out away from it. As 2 more darts come shooting out. But with that you hear a grating sound and the door descends.
Well, I think we solved the answer.
I think so too.
The problem.
She's gonna
Not the
peek
answer.
around.
And then
And
2 darts.
2 darts come shooting.
Yeah, looking for more darts.
You do not see any more darts. But with that, we're going to pause. And we're going to go up to Mama Nuri.
Oh, Nuri.
Yeah.
Well, that's your
Hello?
official title now.
Mama Nuri. High or low, Emily?
Hi.
So Nuri comes crashing to the ground. Her spell book flies off to the side. And she'll like sit up on her knees and kind of like hold her head for a moment as if like a bad memory just came to mind. Shake her head. Look around, see she's alone.
In a spotlight.
In a spotlight. Start singing opera. I'm just kidding.
Never be enough.
Just start staring.
Technically that's never, but whatever.
She'll grab her spell book. She's gonna scribble down a line about how she fell down a hole, and then look around for a second.
And
Kind
just
of
so
clench her
everyone
jaw.
remembers. Oh, she clenches her jaw. Okay.
No one's there to see it, but she is not happy. And she immediately just grabs her dagger out of her belt. And she's going to shine the light at one of the doors. Like, use the knife to reflect the light and see if she can hit one of the gems and see if it does anything. And for which door? It's going to be this one. Over here.
Okay.
So I guess she'll be like there.
So this happens, and there's the moonlight trickling down, and the moonstone gem above the doors, and you just immediately shine that light, and you can reflect that light from off your dagger onto the moonstone, and you have to hold it there for a couple seconds. But then, as soon as you do that, you hear the grating sound, and the door just lowers.
Nuri stands up, dusts herself off, puts her hands on her hips. She's gonna go look outside the door. She won't exit, but she's gonna look.
You see it as a hallway. Alrighty. That was really fast.
New world record.
Nuri. You don't mess with Mama Nuri, man.
She's just like reflecting light. Really?
Too easy.
Alrighty.
I'm just kidding.
So you can start heading down this hallway. And I'm going to assume you're heading down carefully, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to grab your person real quick. So you're going carefully, coming all the way. And then you end up running into Amaris and Dusty because you're going sneakily. So there you go. Now you guys are reunited.
I'm like, once I see them, I'm gonna just, oh, Dusty, Amaris, thank goodness you're okay. And I'm gonna just run up and like give them each a hug. Like, stand back, inspect them. Are you okay? Are you hurt? Do you need food?
As you do that, Amaris is coming down the hallway, but she's like looking back behind her, like to make sure that none of the sand is like filling in too much
Some
behind
of
them.
the sand is filling in, but it's not very fast at all.
Okay, she just wants to make sure that if this is a dead end, that they can get back. And then she hears Nuri just like, Dusty Amaris, thank goodness you're all right. And she turns around and just
Yeah, no, Dusty's happy to see Nuri. He reciprocates her hug. And he's like, well, looks like you made it back up. Did you happen to see the others? We haven't seen anyone but you.
I'm gonna look at the door behind them. I'm like, nope. But I think your way's kind of blocked. I have two more doors in my way.
There is another door over there. We just thought we'd explore a little bit before continuing onward. Sand level stuff. Weird.
Oh, well, mine's pretty simple. Do you want to just go through my doorway? Find
Sure.
the others?
that
Do you need food?
might be best.
Do you need water? I have some water on me. Are you okay?
Yep, I'm okay.
I think we're good. Amaris is gonna dig through her bag, find a piece of bread, shake some of the sand off of it, and then starts eating.
Hey,
Merilla would be proud.
I literally was just thinking that.
Don't waste bread. Don't waste bread.
There
Don't
That's
you
do
go.
it.
Marilla's message for you today.
PSA by
Alright.
Merilla.
Please
Wait, we need
don't
to
waste
hear.
bread and stay hydrated.
Can we just hear Merilla in Marilla's voice say that? Don't waste bread. This has been a PSA.
Marilla approves this message.
Wait, don't waste bread and what?
This has been a PSA by Merilla.
Now remember, boys and girls, don't waste your bread. This has been a PSA by the Rose Party PG Studios. Have a good day.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
That was
Thank you.
amazing. That was amazing. Thank you. You've made
Thank
my
you.
night.
Okay, now we've got to do like advertisement videos to post on like social media and end with that.
PSA.
Don't waste your bread.
Alrighty.
Good.
So, ooh, what is happening?
You guys want to follow my way? Backwards?
Sure. Let's give it a try.
Okay. I have moved you all.
I'm gonna
For sake
do the
of time.
same. Well, okay. I guess you could go back to the other people now. Sorry.
Yeah, but you're gonna do the same thing on which door?
This one. Oh,
That
never
one?
mind.
Which one?
This one.
Okay. It opens. And also you should note that the hallway you guys went through as you were coming back to this room, it did slope upwards. Because technically you guys were on a lower level.
Interesting.
So yeah, so you guys can head into that room. Coming back to Douse and Merilla.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, going down the hallway rather carefully.
Keep an eye out for traps, just because I don't.
Okay.
They've
Um,
proven themselves to be sneaky, so who knows?
For
Slow but
the
sneaky.
sake of time, just follow the corridor all the way to the end.
To a closed door or an open door?
To a closed door, but it does not seem locked.
I mean, might as well just peek. We came this far, might as well peek in.
Some of these are supposed to be unlocked.
Marilla, do
Can
you
I
want to
roll
be in front
Arcana
or
on
do you
it?
want to be in front?
Can I roll Arcana on the door, DM?
Yes.
Or may I should say. 11.
There doesn't seem to be any form of magic around this door.
If you don't see any machinations around this door, Dusty, I can't sense any magic.
Could I look for any holes that might shoot out some darts?
Is there a door handle on this door?
Yes, there is a door handle on this door, sorry. Make an investigation check.
15.
15. You do notice on this door in particular that there are some darts, dart holes above at the top.
Okay. Are they aimed straight down or where are they aimed?
They are aimed just yeah, straight down.
Okay. There's some darts, Merilla, so we might want to be a little bit careful here. They're pointed straight down, so if you want to take a few steps back, I could try pushing the door open slightly from a little bit, extended, and then try to stay out of the line of fire.
Be quick about it.
Of course.
Don't want to save your life again.
I'd rather that not happen either.
Should not.
He's gonna turn the knob as he's standing a little bit away, and then pull his hand back, see if that causes the trigger, because he doesn't know what the trigger is.
You can turn the knob and nothing happens.
Okay, then you'll do it again, and he's tiny push back.
Like just barely kind of push, or are you pushing the door open?
Push it not all the way open, but so that it cracks open.
Okay, so you crack it open just barely and nothing happens.
At this moment,
Maybe
all right.
kicking it.
Well, I was going to ask, do we go loud? I guess we'll go loud. So you'll push the door all the way open and then stay back as well.
Well, before you can kind of get out of the way, the darts are going to strike at you. But you do open the door and you hear a snap. And make a dexterity saving throw.
Catch them. You're a monk.
I could try catching them.
Can you do that at this level?
You can
I
start doing
do
that at
have
level
deflect
3.
missile.
Oh, heck yeah. Use a
You
bracelet.
can use your reaction to deflect or catch a missile when you are hit by a ranged weapon attack.
So dex save, and then if it hits you, you can
But
just...
that's if I'm hit. But does this count as a ranged weapon attack?
It's a flying object. It's ranged.
16.
I'm not the DM. I'm not the
16?
DM. I don't know.
Yes.
Okay, you succeed. And dodge
Okay,
out
I
of the
don't
way
need
as
to
they
catch 'em.
clatter to the ground.
All right, let's go in.
Use
you
these
can just
dogs
click
to
on the
run
door.
slow.
And you see an empty room with 2 doors on either side.
Oh, good. With doors on either side. I was right, it's the boss room.
Douse is gonna be oh, another one.
What do the doors look like?
They look like the same door you just went through.
So they have door handles and no inscriptions?
Hmm?
Hmm. Well,
Yeah.
Well, I chose the last door. Your turn.
let's try this one.
She walks up to this one. Can I roll Arcana again on the door?
You don't have to. You can tell that there's no magic on it.
Are there any dots on this one, Douse?
No.
You can also tell. You don't have to
Okay.
roll. It's the exact same
Yes.
door.
This is exactly what we just did.
Well, we can't have you just continually risking yourself getting poisoned.
He pushes open the door.
Roll
I
a
had a
dexterity saving
solution.
throw.
That is a 23.
23, you succeed, and it and it misses you.
All right, if you
After you.
want to be an adrenaline junkie, it's your choice. And she walks past you, she's like, well, thank you, Douse.
I mean, we already know what was happening. If I know what's coming, I can avoid it.
Well, it looks like we have 2 more doors again. Which door do you want?
So this bottom door looks exactly the same as you guys have been encountering. The top door, though, over here, does look different. There is no handle on this. It is pure stone, kind of similar to the doors in the first room you were in, but there's no notch on this one. And no inscription, nothing.
It's just flat.
Yep, just flat.
But it is a door because we can tell from the door frame.
Yes.
Can I roll Arcana on it?
Yes, and this one does actually have a gemstone, a moonstone, up in the keystone. Roll Arcana.
2 beans. Ah, it's 11 again.
You can tell it's magical. You can tell that the source of like the activation for this one is centered somewhere around the gem.
Douse, do you think you could jump up and hit that thing? Maybe it's like a button.
I mean, yeah, I can. Do I see any more of those dart holes?
You do not see dart holes over this one.
Okay.
Oh,
Then
by
I
the
will
way, I
just-
can sense some magic coming from it.
What? As he's like jumping up to hit it.
Okay, you hit it and nothing happens.
Yes,
There was
a show.
magic from
Thank you,
that.
Douse. Say that again?
There was magic from that?
Yes, it wasn't bad magic. I would ask you to hit it if it was bad magic.
I mean, granted, but that did give me a scare.
Sorry, Douse.
He's just gonna like shrugs like
He's just gonna mumble to himself. I really think you are.
Okay, we're gonna pause there for a sec and come back to Nuri, Amaris, and Dusty as you enter into this room.
Actually, before entering the room, I would have just opened the other one as well so we could compare our choices. I was gonna say that before they
Science!
reached the store. Okay, that was my plan from the beginning.
Okay, so you open the other door right as you see Douse, and Douse just like fall to the ground from like jumping, and the door just opens and it lowers down. So Douse, you think the button opened the door?
As I'm like, there was magic with that.
Exactly.
Oh, hello.
like, do we notice them? Are they making sound?
I'm shining.
Yeah,
a
the
light
doorway's
in there.
open now. You guys can see each
Oh,
other.
okay. I was worrying about that, like as an afterthought, but I was gonna ask when we came back to us, but that's funny. That's perfect.
Yes. Oh, are you all right? Do you need food? Do you need water? I mean,
I
you
am
don't
well
need water,
covered
Douse,
with
but do
food
you
and
need
water.
water? Merilla, food, water, bandages? Everyone all right?
It's only been, what, 10, 20 minutes? We're fine.
Yeah, about 20 minutes. Actually, not even. Maybe 10. 10 minutes.
Well, I'm very glad you're all right. That was very startling, to say the least. Anything interesting down your way? Any exits?
There's some poison darts.
Oh, that's kind of interesting.
Outside of that, there is a path we haven't taken, or a few paths we haven't taken. This is kind of just been doing a straight line.
Well, I'm gonna look in the other room. I'm not gonna go in the other room, but I'm gonna look in the other room.
Just to save description, it looks exactly like the rooms that Merilla and Douse have been entering, with the exception of the doorway up here, that you'll see you are unable to open by any means.
All right. Well, ideas? Which way do you all want to go?
I
There
mean-
was another doorway in the room that Dusty and I were in.
most of the
roll
doors we've
So
seen have been
which door are
trapped.
you guys
Either
coming through? Are you guys coming
Dusty
from
You
and
see where I'm
below
at?
or through the moonstone door?
yeah,
The
Dusty and
moonstone.
Amaris, can one of you guys roll survival
go.
with advantage?
Could be survival.
What's your survival?
And survival is +4.
It's +4. Yours is probably higher than mine, actually.
Okay. I will roll with advantage. 22.
22.
Hey.
Okay. So you can tell that the doorway, I'm gonna move you over here so you know. That the doorway up here, just by like surroundings and kind of like memory of where you've been kind of a thing, you can tell that this is the doorway that you would have gone through with that other door.
Okay.
Just to save you guys a bit of time.
Yeah, Dusty will explain. I think this door leads to that door we were in the room, the starting room we were in. So I don't think we need to go through that. I think this will just lead through here.
I mean, there's only been one.
Ooh.
Most of the doors have all been trapped with poison darts. There's only one other doorway that wasn't trapped. So I have no idea what would be a loop and what wouldn't be.
We could go down from here, or I guess not down because you can't see the map, but like we could go through that other door. Use that one.
Ours were empty, the rooms we fell into.
Same.
Yeah, just a bunch of sand.
Well, let's go through this door.
Okay, roll
Going down.
dexterity if you're just gonna go.
Everybody stand
Unlock
back.
the door, Emily. Unlock the door. We're trapped inside.
I
Oh,
thought you were. Oh,
Oh, Dusty made it through. I can't make it through.
Nice.
Oh, I made it through.
How was it? How was it, Douse? How was your if I know that it's coming, it won't hit me roll? How was it?
That
what'd you
one.
roll?
What?
Oh,
A nat one.
Let's put it up on the wall. That's a very handsome
Alrighty,
nat
Douse.
one, my man.
Can I
The-
still try catching it?
You've
It does say if you fail, right?
all right. Try to catch it. What do you have to do for that?
By a ranged weapon attack, when you do so, the damage you take from the attack is reduced by 1d10 plus your dexterity modifier plus your monk level. If you reduce it to 0, you catch the missile. If it is the same enough for you to hold in one hand, if it's small enough for you to hold in one hand, and you have at least one hand free, and then after that, I can throw it back if I wanted.
All right. So I'm gonna roll for the damage, and you roll the d10.
Don't fail me now! Oh, it is behind my camera. That's a 4.
4. It does not succeed on the damage. It does not exceed the damage.
So I
Well,
catch
isn't it
it.
also like part of your monk level too?
Yeah,
Yeah,
plus
you
your
like
monk
add-
level, plus your dexterity modifier.
Yeah, so that is monk level is 5, so that is 9 plus my dex mod, so that is 11.
Okay. So with that, you do succeed on that. Can you do that skill twice in a row? Because there are 2 darts.
You can use a certain. It's my reaction.
So you can only catch one of them.
Yes.
Okay, so you catch one of them and like that just like you catch it really cool. It comes flying out and you catch it, and then the other one, as you're like turning as you catch it, strikes into your shoulder.
Just that moment of like, guys, I got it. I turn around and then that's when everybody sees it in my back. As I'm like, yeah, not realizing.
Take 9 points of poison damage.
Oof.
And you now have the poisoned condition.
Oh, rip.
Yeah, and your skin is starting to look a little gray. It doesn't seem like it'll kill you. But you definitely do not feel good.
Is the door open though?
Yeah, the door is open.
Yeah.
I'm gonna just
Merilla
like
walks over to Dusty. Not Dusty. Douse. And she's going to put a hand, just like her fingertips, like right next to the dart. No, that's a lie. That's not what she's doing. She's grabbing the dart and she's ripping it out on your shoulder.
Get
Douse, I told you this might happen. But as she says that, I think, if I'm right as to which.
Is it
I
healing
think-
word?
No, it's cure wounds.
Cure wounds. Okay. So you can roll for cure wounds to heal him, and the poison condition will. Oh, wait, no, the poison condition stays unless it's lesser restoration.
Or the time runs out.
Yeah.
Or you die.
You're
Yeah,
not
for
wrong.
this one, you're just going to be poisoned for an hour.
You guys want to do a short rest?
Now?
No.
Well,
Alrighty, so
Going-
11 points of healing.
Okay, that puts me back to full.
There you go.
Roll max
Alrighty.
on that dice.
You guys
Also,
can head through the hallway.
Dusty is going to turn back into a scorpion and climb back onto Nuri's shoulder. This time he's actually going to go inside of her bag so that he doesn't get lost again.
He's like, I'm not a fan of that. Okay, let me give you
You're not
back.
going to open any more doors, Douse.
well, I can open doors for us. I have mage hand. I can be 30 feet away from it.
Well,
Let's
good.
do
I was
that.
thinking of asking Richard to come open them for us, but I like that
Oh,
idea.
Richard. Yes, Richard.
It takes a while to ask him to come, but I think yours is faster.
I had forgotten about Richard.
You only saw him. You only understood he was there once.
It's very cool magic. I personally have never mastered that one, but it's very cool. Summon a
Okay.
servant.
Merilla
You
just
come to a
nods
fork
at
in the
that.
road.
I'm gonna peek down this hallway. What do I see?
You see this hallway as you kind of go up. It's a big slope that goes up, and you can see daylight ahead. This looks like it leads back to the main entrance, the one that the Jackalwares went through. The exit.
Oh. So we're in the Jackalware layer then.
This is the
Take
second
a step
entrance.
back. Well, no, she said that was the main entrance.
But we
To our
see the
knowledge,
main
there's
entrance in
only
the
one
distance,
entrance.
right? Or she does.
No, this is right down here. This is like the slope up to the main entrance with the like rock archway.
Oh.
I'm
Okay.
gonna take a step back and just turn to you guys and be like, so we're very much in the Jackalware layer right now. I thought we were maybe under it because it felt like we fell a long way, but that's the entrance right there.
Yeah, and it has been sloping upward this time gradually as you guys have been walking. So
I mean, it
So
makes
then-
sense.
what's down this hallway?
So if we want to find you know who, perhaps we should keep walking down. Or should we continue to play the trader so that they guide us to her? What do they do anyway?
What kind of plans would they have for someone they dumped down a hole with deadly traps?
Well,
not
That
how you
was
treat
alive.
someone
They
who
weren't
wants
that
to feed.
deadly.
here's how I see it. We have two options here. One, we might actually have the element of surprise. Like, do they know that we survived these traps? Possibly not. So we could have the element of surprise. But if they are waiting for us at either end, then we can still play the merchant role.
So continue stealthily, and if they just so happen to find us, revert back to plan A.
Yes.
All right, Amaris.
Lead the way, Amaris.
Amaris is going to check down this hallway. Doo-doo-doo.
Oh wait. Yeah. Yeah, just move your people. Just keep
That's
going.
gonna try to stick kind of in the back of the group just to be playing rear guard.
And I'll say just keep moving your people. It's a little windy. And I don't really want to narrate all the windiness that you're going through, so just keep going.
You come to a turn, come to another turn, and another.
Turn right, then
Well,
left.
this one should
Repeat
not be
3,569 times.
Would we recognize if we're going up or down slopes through this?
You are now going
Okay.
down. Down slope.
Okay, so it looks like we have another fork in the road.
Flip a coin.
Which way seemed to go down, and which way seemed to go up?
The way to your right, so down this way, seems to kind of like level out a little bit. And the way to your left seems to go down a bit.
Hmm. So what do you guys think? Deeper, or do you think this is a good spot? It's leveling out over here.
It'd probably be deeper.
Should we try
I
going
mean-
down more? Group vote?
I imagine her stash would be deeper. I don't know where she herself would be.
She loves shiny things as much as the other Jackawares made it seem like. She's probably close to her hoard.
That could be a possibility.
We are certain this is a Jackware, not a dragon, right?
I was just thinking the same thing, Douse. She likes shiny things. But she's different from other Jackawares, but she was still kind of called the Jackaware, I thought. I hope it's not a dragon. I don't see what a dragon would want with Jackawares. Again, not that
Shiny
I know much
things.
about them.
So should we go with the leveling out just to see where it takes us?
I'm gonna open my bag. Be like, which way? Talking to Dusty.
Dusty kind of like shrugs.
He has no clue where he's at.
He's along for the ride.
I'm here.
It's just sitting on a pile of books in Nuri's bag.
Does seem happy to be included though.
Go
Yeah.
through the diary while he's there.
Is there enough
No,
space for
that
that?
would be very funny. He just starts like,
He's like reading everything. That would be so
Alrighty.
funny. Oh my God.
Where do
would
you
be really
choose?
Finds a page like
I
pretty far
vote
back.
left.
Dear diary, I met a really cute boy today.
All right, one vote for left.
So
I vote for further in, but
Yeah, I vote for deeper down. Well, I am curious about the leveling out.
So
Right.
3 votes for left.
alrighty then, let's go.
Alrighty. Just keep following along. This one's again windy.
What?
Nuri, why are you singing?
Completely forgot about the arrow keys, guys.
That's what I've been using. So I'm like,
by the way, Douse would have kept that poison needle he caught.
Okay. You can keep it. Amaris, I need you to stop where you're at.
I'm stopping.
I'm like,
How did I get down there?
It doesn't like me
Back up, back up.
dragging. It doesn't like me using the keyboard on some turns.
Alrighty. Okay, so as you guys are like coming down the hallway, Nuri's singing a little bit, walking down these halls, a jackal just like kind of comes around the corner and just like, huh? As he like looks at you guys. Roll for
Amaris is just-
initiative. Unless you're
hold
gonna
on,
do
before-
something.
Before we roll for initiative, I'm just gonna be there and just like just stands there and just be like, we're here for peace, I promise.
Dusty, are you stuck in a wall? Did I get you out of the wall? Okay. Uh, he just kind of like pauses. So before initiative starts, he just is like, you're sleuthing. You're sleuthing down the hallways. That's not peaceful.
No. I promise this is
Yeah,
a
no,
complete
I'm gonna report
misunderstanding.
you. I'm just gonna go, and he starts like
I'm gonna cast
backing up.
blindness on him. I'd be like, we came in peace to trade. And just blind as stuff is, and you tossed me in a hole. Rude.
Okay, so he's blind now. Let me put the eyeball token on.
He needs to make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay. He failed.
He's blinded.
That was a 5. So, yeah, so he's blind. He's gonna go, oh my gosh! What did you do? I can't. What the? And then he's just gonna start going.
Oh, he's howling.
But it's not really loud right now because he's like, well,
I'm gonna
Somebody
tell him-
cover his mouth.
From like the very back
I'm
of
in
the
the
line.
back.
Hold on. So
okay.
hold on. I'm sorry. This is what Amaris is going to do. She hears someone yell, someone cover his mouth. And so she turns to Nuri, reaches into her bag, pulls out Dusty, and just be like, cover his mouth, and throws Dusty at the jackal wearer.
Justy, I choose you.
Yeah, basically.
Go, Dusty.
So Amar's Pokemon ball throws Dusty. Roll an acrobatics check for me. Or athletics, whichever one.
Me or her?
Her.
Okay.
I do?
Yeah, you roll it because you're throwing him.
Okay, acrobatics?
Yeah, acrobatics or athletics.
Okay, here we go. That is 12.
Okay, you just barely managed to smack the guy in the face. Dusty, what are you doing?
Dusty's a little bit startled at being thrown, but he understands he's supposed to make this guy not able to talk. So he's just taking his arms and like clamping his mouth down, like grabbing at his lips, grasping his lips to try.
Well,
and
he's
keep
got like a
him closed.
muzzle, so like
He's gonna try to like hit his little legs here and at the top
Just
of his
grabs
jaw. Just like you can imagine if you've ever like grabbed a dog's face, that's what he's doing, but just like it's a scorpion.
And you just hear the howling just instantly go
Muffled? Yeah.
muffled, and he just like rams into the wall.
Oh, good.
And high or low, Dusty.
Let's go with low. Let's go with low. Let's balance this out a little bit.
It was low.
Let's
He
go.
runs into the wall so hard he knocks himself out.
Yes.
He's now
And-
unconscious. He's now unconscious.
Sometimes you get the low.
And he's
Gameplay.
collapsed.
Compelling gameplay, you guys. This is fantastic.
So he just collapses on the ground.
I can't believe that worked.
Dusty like lets go
That's
of
the beauty
his
in D&D.
face. Just like lets go of his face and like looks back towards the party and again kind of shrugs, but this
It's a
claws up in
scorpion
the air.
shrug.
Yeah, scorpion shrug. Classic Dusty shrugs.
When he wakes up, he's gonna alert everyone. So either we speed run this, or tie him up.
And
We
gag
tie him
him.
up. Or should we tie him up? We said we are here in peace, and I don't know if running or tying him up is going to be better because it's going to show that we're lying.
So should we drag him
We
along?
could take him with us.
We could, like, we found this poor jackaware.
The NPC Dave. He's here, joining our
Poor
party.
jackaware just lying asleep on the job. We thought we'd just take him with us. That's why,
Or
How
we
are we going to
find-
say that in a way that doesn't sound
We
weird?
find a room on this level that we can hide him in.
So drag him along with us until we find a place to stash him. Sounds like a plan.
Yes.
Let's do this.
Wait,
Alright, keep going.
Does anyone have any empty bottles of rum?
No.
Of rum? No.
That's very specific. No.
Maybe we
Make it
can find a
seem
room
fun.
full of rum and just leave him in there. Make it look like he was just drunk.
Okay, who would like to be the one that moves him?
I can carry him.
Okay, Douse, I am giving you control over his token.
Ooh. I can place him
I-
wherever I want.
Could I go into his mind even though he's unconscious? I don't see anything that says I can't.
Yeah, you just might not get
Excellent.
much.
This is for those who are keeping record, the third unconscious jackaware that we have dragged along with us.
Great.
The other ones were dead.
It's just a deeper form of unconsciousness, you know?
All right, where are y'all headed? He was headed down the hallway this way.
Should probably that way then. I mean, looking down this hallway, it looks like it's a dead end, or does it turn?
It is a dead end.
So that way then. The other way, I mean this way.
Alrighty. Head down the hallway. Who's in front?
Amaris is in front, technically I was behind her.
Oh, Dusty
yeah.
climbs back in
We just-
Nuri's pack, to be clear.
Douse is still in the back.
Okay.
Amaris is just gonna be to Dusty. I'm sorry.
He just kind of shrugs again.
So wait, are these rooms?
Sorry, I kind of messed up. Okay. What? No. You're coming down a hallway here. And as you come around the corner, Amaris, there's another guy
Oh
who's just walking down the hallway. He kind of yawns a little bit, so he doesn't see you for a split second as he just
He has
like,
blindness.
and then he's like yawning, and then he just like, you see him like open his eyes, and he's like,
He has to make a Constitution saving throw, though.
oh wait, yeah. He fails. He rolled a 3.
The curse is
And
back.
he just like, are you guys remaining? Roll for stealth if you're staying silent.
gosh.
Oh no, are people stuck again?
Yeah, Jackaware's
Okay.
stuck.
Oh,
I
There
think
we
we're all
go.
doing pretty bad on our stealth.
Everyone's really bad with the stealthing, and he just kind of like,
Hey!
yeah.
Good
he
news!
just- we've got another nat 1.
Wow.
Well, he kind of like yawns and then just like finishes his yawn and he opens his eyes and he's like, he kind of looks around and you just hear Nuri go, I don't think he can see us. And then he just goes, he's like, did you turn off the lights? High or low, Nuri? High or low?
Low, let's balance it out.
Ja.
It was low. He goes, Deborah, is that you?
Amaris is just gonna turn to Nuri and just be like,
Deborah, can't I see anything? Deborah, are you there?
I can't see anything.
You can't see anything either. Did someone? I can't. I'm just trying to get to the sleeping den. I'm just.
He was walking towards us, though, right?
Yes, and he's trying to get to
Yeah.
the sleeping den.
High or low, Emily?
Hi.
Okay. Go for round 2. I'm gonna chuck Dusty at his face.
Whoop. Layup. That's a 3-pointer.
Roll acrobatics or athletics, whichever
Yeah,
one.
I have advantage because he's blind.
Yes.
Insect abuse.
actually, technically, scorpions are arachnids.
Wait, what did you say it was again? It was
Spiders.
what?
Acrobatics or athletics.
And technically, Dusty is an appliance.
Hey, this is true. This is just percussional maintenance. That's what this is.
18.
You hit him. Dusty. You just grab onto him. High or low, Dusty?
He seems a little more comfortable being grabbed this time. He's kind of used to it by now. We'll do low.
Dusty the
Keep that
torpedo.
high.
It was a 5. So yes, he gets freaking knocked unconscious.
Douse kind of stumbles up to the front, or not to the front, but like up to the girls, like, I can't carry another.
Got him. I think we should leave them together, like have their fists at each other's faces, so it looks like they knocked each other out.
You know, that
That's
might
an
actually
idea.
be convincing.
Oh my god.
That was a D&D moment we just had. I hope you guys realize that was just a D&D.
That was
We
pure
did it.
D&D right there.
Oh, that was beautiful.
Nice. Yeah, Dusty climbs back in Nuri's bag. Actually, he sits on her shoulder this time. Easier access. He figures he's going to get thrown at least a couple more times.
This is becoming legal.
Even better, he just embraces it.
Have
This
any
is
of
a
you
technique, you guys.
Have any of you guys seen the meme of the guy who's just like slapping every single person in this like
Exactly
yeah.
that.
That's kind of how I feel is happening, but this is with like a scorpion, just chucking the scorpion at everyone.
Who's gonna help me stage them up?
I'll do it. We're gonna make this look believable.
All right. You guys can successfully stage them up. To where it looks like they had a disagreement at the corner here, and you guys can sneak past.
Oh my gosh. I didn't see which corner they were in and I turned the corner. They were right there.
Okay, I'm grabbing you guys, so don't. Okay. So don't mess with yourselves. 1 second.
Yeah, I think that might be better.
Yeah, because it's a little wonky over here.
That was so
Oh,
funny.
I know
is.
about these lines.
Sorry, bringing you guys. Okay.
Somewhere to somewhere else, to then to that other space, and then somewhere else. Isn't that?
Okay. So you guys come out over here. These stairways. This is the stairway that leads up to where you're at, or that connect.
That didn't make any sense. Say that one more time. Sorry.
Sorry. So you guys
So-
went down the hallway, and you're coming out here.
Okay, and what was the thing about stairs?
Where?
Sorry, it's just like a slope, basically.
Okay. So we walked down the slope.
Yeah,
That
and
was
this
the
is where you're
hallway.
at.
Now
You're
we're
on
here.
the deeper level now. I had to put you on a different map.
Okay.
I'm still on the first map.
It's the same map, it's just a different part of it.
Oh,
Yeah.
there it is.
Yeah, it's just a different part of it. Sorry.
All good.
So is Amaris is still in front though, correct? And then it's
I do believe so.
cool.
Cool.
Which way should we go? Left?
Left,
Or
right,
straight?
left.
I was thinking lefty, left
Barbie.
All
Yeah.
right. You guys want to take another vote?
Okay, so there's a hallway there, a doorway there, and a doorway there.
Doorways are promising.
So should we try the doorway?
Is it a big doorway? Or a normal sized doorway?
Normal sized
Um,
doorway.
Okay, I kind of want to play this safe. Nuri, do you think you can use Mage Hand to crack open the door enough that we can just peek in, make sure no one else is in there? I'm pretty sure Dusty is getting tired of being thrown.
Yeah, I can do that.
Also, all of these doors now are wooden doors with stone archways. They all do have handles. Just from here on out, that is what they are.
Wooden.
Dusty does nod to your comment about him being tired of being thrown.
It worked on the two.
It worked
Okay,
on
so-
the two, and chances are it can work again, but I'm pretty sure he's tired.
I will use Mage Hand to crack the door open.
You can crack the door open, and you see 2 tables with like some chairs around it, some barrels off in a corner. No one seems to be inside, but you do see a door off on one side and another door.
So
Probably leads to a
dining
kitchen.
room? That's what I'm
Yeah.
thinking.
Let's try the other door.
All right. So wait, we're going in here? Or no, we're going this way.
I will open this door.
Same tactic.
Yeah, just peek in.
You peek in and you can see that kind of like making some rounds, walking around there, is this jackal-ware, but he seems a lot like taller, beefier a bit more. He's got very perky ears. And around him are gold bangles, kind of very Egyptian style. He's wearing like a girdle as well, of white cloth, and holding a big scimitar, and he's got a bow strapped to his back.
I'm gonna close the door really quietly. Hopefully he can see us.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna just turn to everyone else and be like, there's a big one. very decorated.
Sounds kind of like we're going the right way then.
You said it's a
Seems like it.
boy,
Yes.
Yeah.
so
Should
it
we knock
can't
him
be Cleo.
Salud.
Let's
Yes.
Okay.
Blind him again? Make him sleep? Like
Could
make him sleepy?
just make sure he doesn't
Yeah, we
howl
could-
and alert everybody else. He's
Yeah, we
probably
could
an upper
try.
ranking chuck away.
Dusty walks
blind
towards Nuri's hand.
I mean,
And then Douse could run in and knock him out, or we could chuck Dusty again.
Or we could probably do this.
let's do get help.
That's actually exactly. I just thought of that. I'm glad
That
we
is
thought
what we
we were on
have
the
been
same
doing.
wavelength. Get help.
basically
Try
been
get help.
doing
I can't
it.
get help.
No, you'll love it. You'll love it. Okay, so there's a possibility that like Nuri can blind him again. We throw Dusty again, but this time, as Dusty is flying through the air, he transforms back into his normal self and then just full on rams the guy.
Ooh. That'll be loud though. He's metal.
Well, yes. The guy is wearing metal bangles, and bangles make a lot of sound.
Did Douse hear like wrecking?
Dusty just kind of like looks up at Nuri.
She's like, Douse, you don't know anything about like what that comment meant.
No,
No, he
especially not
doesn't.
after Merilla just said hers.
Marilla saved it.
Merilla
Anyways.
saved it.
He's just like sitting there thinking, he has bangle. Oh, wait, the guy in there? Like, what? He's trying to put it together, but he's not understanding.
No, the guy in there, he has the metal, the gold stuff that Nuri was describing to us. She used the word bangles. You know what bangles are, right?
Okay, let's blind him. Chuck Dusty. And then we could have Douse run in and knock him out too. Two friends.
I mean, that works. I'm really confused.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
There's
That's
nothing
gonna
to
work.
be confused about. He has metal on. It's going to make a sound when he clappers onto the stone.
I'm gonna
Which is
open
why
the
it would
door
be
and
best-
cast
it would-
blindness again.
No, we're trying to be quiet because they have really good hearing.
All right, let's go.
I'll open the door, blindness.
Okay,
Dusty
so I'm
prepares
gonna
for the
have
yote.
us all roll initiative. Okay, on this one. So you all will 3 get to do your thing right at the start. The blindness, the yote, and the punch.
Natural 20, baby.
Hey, put that on the board.
All right, you get an extra action on your first turn in combat. Not on the surprise round, but on your first turn.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I got a
Good.
15.
Okay,
17.
17.
14.
Okay, and Marilla? 8.
8.
Okay. So then I'll go Douse, Amaris, Dusty, BG,
You think
Merilla.
we can beat him in 12 minutes?
I think we can make it happen.
Just took down
Prepare
two
your
guys
turns beforehand.
unintentionally. In
So
like 2
you
minutes.
cast blindness and he has to make a constitution saving throw. Does a 10 succeed?
I'm 95% sure that's a fail. Let me double check.
I'm 90% sure.
8+ proficiency plus your spellcasting
It
mod.
fails. Mine's a 14.
It fails. All right, he is now blind. And he kind of like is walking and just like stops. As you huck Dusty, roll the hit. So
Do I
either
have
acrobatics.
advantage?
Sure, because he's blind.
Okay. We'll try online again. 21.
21. How many spell slots have you burned through with this?
3.
Okay, so you hit him. Dusty, you are now pinching his mouth closed.
No, I'm transforming into my metallic form. This was the plan. This was what Dusty heard.
You're
So he's
transforming-
transforming to drop kick him in an attempt to knock him out. Seeing if he can smack his head against the floor or a wall or something.
Yes.
That was
Please wait.
his metallic body, in case you're curious how much he weighs.
I'm gonna have you roll
300 pounds. 306 to be more specific.
Oh
I'm
gosh.
trying to think. So like
I think
it's
thrown
like Ant-Man.
and then
You ever seen
Typical, the
Ant-Man and
force
the
would
Wasp?
You know
stop
how he
him.
can like
And
and then he like gets big and like that. That's what happens. I have the velocity of a
it shouldn't
thrown
work,
scorpion.
but it does, you know? I'm gonna let you roll with that 4d12 damage.
22.
22. Okay, as you just like knock into him,
Drop kick. He sticks out
drop
his
kick
little
the
scorpion
lights
feet.
out of this guy.
Yeah.
And I will give you I will do a percentile chance on whether or not he gets knocked unconscious with this. Okay? Oh, I got that wrong. Okay. All right.
High or low.
High or low.
Oh, does that count? Do I write that up on the board?
Yeah, you can write it up on the board, Dusty. I'm just using percentile dice for this one instead.
Yeah, okay. So let's do high. That one's my favorite.
Okay. 52. It is high by 2%.
Give it on the DM. Skimming into the. Well, I guess not the dungeon. There's so many things DM stands for. Direct message.
Yeah. And this poor guy just is blinded and then knocked unconscious.
Yes, we did do it in 5 minutes.
In 5 minutes. Just
Maybe even just 5 seconds.
I mean, technically in game, yes.
boom. You just like threw like a giant metal man into his face.
Drop kick.
So Douse, you come running in, ready to do the final blow. and this guy's on the ground. He's not moving.
This is so funny. This is brilliant.
Yay for
3 for
Megan.
3.
Oh, baby, a triple. We did it.
Okay.
So Dusty kind of stands up and he like brushes himself off and he says, well, I'm out of being a scorpion now. So I guess I'm just walking with you guys.
Oh,
But it
welcome
works.
to the
And he
club.
gives you 2 thumbs up.
But it worked.
Oh, let's raise that.
I love how you're just knocking everyone unconscious, just like boom, boom, boom. Brain trauma, brain trauma, brain trauma.
Amaris is gonna be like, yeah, yes, it did work. In all honesty, I panicked.
We'll put that in our back pockets for later. Seems pretty useful.
Which door should we take? This one?
Which one seems to lead down again?
Do
It
all the
doesn't
doors
have
look the
any
same?
booby traps. Or does
They
have
do
booby
all look actually, this one down here does look a little bit more ornate.
Oh, that one seems like the one.
I think so too.
We just crack the door open. We can
You
lift his
cracking
head
it
up.
open?
It looks like he's looking in.
Okay. So you're going to peek through? Because I just opened the door. Sorry, I will close it.
Can I roll Arcana?
Yeah, you can roll Arcana.
May I roll for the magic?
Does it look booby trapped?
11 again. Maybe that should be on the board. That's the third time I've rolled 11.
Specifically
row.
for Arcana.
Or Arcana.
It is. There is no magical quality to this door. It just is very, very pretty.
It's just a pretty door. It's safe.
Well, let's
So
go
who's
on in.
peeking?
I'll crack the door open with mage hand.
Dusty, if you shapeshift back into a scorpion, you can peek in and no one's gonna suspect a thing.
He's out of it though.
He's out.
If
of
I
it.
could,
All
I
right.
would.
I will need you all to pause while I do a description here.
And then we're gonna close.
So, as you come and peek through the doorway, you can see this is a very big grand hall. The floors seem to be made out of like this opal kind of stone. The walls are similarly made of this big cavern with these beautiful lantern sconces draping the every which way. At the far end over here is a raised platform that's raised maybe like a foot up, so not like too high. That is made out of this like thick sandstone, and has this very beautiful interweaving like carvings in the ground. And up there is a giant opal throne. And sitting on the throne is none other than a lamia, half woman, half lioness. Sitting on the throne, draped in very beautiful white flowing like sashes and scarves, and she has a very colorful one on as well, that looks like it's flowing sand around her shoulders. And actually, I would like everyone to make a perception check. Or actually, this will go off of everyone's passive perception.
Okay.
20?
Can we all
12.
see through the door though? If I guess if it's
I'll
not
say
that,
just
it
for
doesn't
the
matter.
purpose of this, you guys can all see. It's like all of you stacked on each other.
Excellent. Three
So wait,
style.
You know, Scooby Doo or whatnot, where they all like. Boop, boop, boop,
Yeah,
boop.
can
Is it
everyone put your passive
passive
perception in our little mini chat on the side here so I can see it?
Yep.
Okay. Alrighty. So Nuri, Dusty, and Merilla are the ones that notice on her back leg, one of her hind legs, there is a stone ring around it. And you notice that there are some cute little cactus plants over here that I think are really adorable, so I'm going to comment on them. And then on either side of her dais, there seem to be two more of those like bigger jackalware guards that we noted on over out there. And there's beside the Lamia, to her right is this large standing mirror. You can't see the surface of the mirror here, but it is very large and very ornate and gold rimmed around the edges. In front of the Lamia in this little blue circle here, I'm gonna
The
zoom
door
in.
is shut.
Oh, the door is open.
I can't see anything.
Oh, here, I'm
I
gonna
have to,
have you
like,
guys. I'm
I
gonna
have
just
to
bring you
oddly
guys.
angle myself to actually see in. But yeah.
Sorry, I'm gonna
Oh.
have you guys come in so I can explain things. So you can see my beautiful thing that I did because I did a beautiful thing.
It is beautiful.
Behold, my stuff.
Okay, now let me finish explaining. So you see the Lamia here sitting on her throne. You see the mirror over here, the cute little plants over there that I think are adorable. Two guards on either edge here. Very big kind of Egyptian wear. In front of the raised platform, you see kneeling down, looks to be a human woman with dark hair wearing a dark dress. Lots of hairs, and worn on this outfit. Very much so like, she's been battered and bruised quite a bit. Um, you can
Valkyrie.
Yes, you can assume she is one of the Valkyries, kneeling down there. And then what you see standing right beside the mirror and beside the Lamia, you can see a drow woman with long, white hair that drapes down her back, dark, scaled clothing, um, and hold on, I have the thing right here. She is she has a hand crossbow and a short sword on either hip, and she is currently discussing with the Lamia, and they seem to be in this sort of conversation, and you can catch a few words as she mentions going to the mists, and she says, and taking back our inheritance. And at that moment, the guards kind of make a huff and stand a little taller, and their eyes snap towards the door, and you see the drow woman and the Lamia all look, and you see on her face she's got two blue marks on her cheeks. And she simply quirks her head a little bit and looks over to the Lamia and says, I bid thee farewell. And you see her walk behind the throne and vanish, where it's very shadowy behind the throne. And
That's it.
with that, we are ending tonight's session on that cliffhanger.
For 2 weeks, technically 3.
For 2 weeks, sorry guys. We will be back July 28th to conclude this arc of the Harbingers campaign that we've been calling the Jackalware arc. Yeah, what do you guys think? What are your final thoughts here?
I'm still completely baffled that instinct of panic actually worked on multiple occasions.
You guys.
Yeah.
That's a beautiful, beautiful calculation there.
Yeah. There you go. Nice. We go for its ankle. If we
The
bite off its
ankle.
leg, if we break that, if our theory hypothesis is right and that's a mind control device, if we break that, maybe she'll be happy and give us stuff.
What? Break
Or
what? The mirror?
no, the ankle, the thing that she's got on her ankle.
Oh,
She
yeah,
has
I
one
was
of
thinking
those
Break her
break the
things.
ankle,
mirror.
guys. We gotta break her ankle.
Well, I mean, if that's what it requires to take the thing off, I mean, can't be helped
I
if
know.
we also take the ankle, you know?
Yeah.
Gollum. Just,
Yeah, a lot of stuff was just dropped right there at that end, and a lot of it
Yeah.
doesn't super surprise me, but I'm also like, oh shoot, if I'm right, oh shoot.
What are you guys thinking?
You said a lot of things that relate back to Merilla.
yes.
Mm-hmm.
2 marks.
Marks,
Who has them?
you know, the
Shadows.
drow,
Drow.
the drow elves.
I think that was the big thing for me with
What?
Drow. I was like,
Who
oh.
spoke about what?
The mist. Inheritance. Shadows.
Yes.
Give or take.
So much, man. So much. Is the
Yeah.
Valkyrie, she look like she was beat up, or did it look like she was bowing, like taking commands kind
She
of?
looked like
Beat
she
up.
was bowing, but she also looked very battered and bruised, like she had been beat up.
Oh, interesting.
Gotcha. So the effect of probably converted to her side after breaking her.
Weak is what I'm hearing. She's weak is what I'm hearing.
Wow.
Yeah, you know. I'm over here the optimist, you know.
No, I'm kind of sad that like we've seen with her eyes so much, because I was planning a line for Merilla to use that I could have used and thing, but then other stuff happened. It's so sad.
Oh, I thought it would be just really epic to end there.
Mark your
I agree.
calendars.
It's just like now that we know certain things, if Marilla says something, it's not going to make as much sense. But that's okay, because progressing the story is much more important.
Mark
True,
your
true.
calendars for the 28th so you can come back and watch. Because I know I'll be there. I have to be there. But,
I have to be there.
You have no choice.
I have no choice. I need to be thrown around. But you know,
We've kidnapped little Dusty and he must be there.
Yep.
I should train Dusty to do that. The actual scorpion. Talk to him like, hey, listen. So I have this worked really well last time. So
For the
you're
real
gonna have to
scorpion.
Oh my
train him to
gosh.
grab.
Well, on that note, are there any final thoughts from our players that you guys want to say, or anything from the chat, our awesome, wonderful audience?
We will miss you guys.
We love you guys.
Hey, Skittle. Big time. Hey, love you.
Hi,
all.
It was
Steamus.
fantastic.
Be safe.
Hilarious.
Oh my
Stay alive
goodness.
till the 28th at least. That would be such a shame not being able to see the final bit. I'd be disappointed if I were you if that happened.
Stick around longer than that, hopefully.
Yeah, hopefully. I mean, yeah, but like that's like the first, like you gotta make it there. You know what I mean? You gotta be there.
Step 1.
Step one.
Survive.
After
Be
that,
there.
stay alive too, but make sure to hit that. That's like the first mark.
But
Yes.
step 0 is to take care of your bread.
And yes, take care of your bread. And if you guys are
That's not
watching
what
this
you're
on
saying.
YouTube, hit that bell icon, hit that subscribe button. On Twitch, guys, follow us for more. We love you guys so much. We wouldn't be here without you. And we will see you not next week, sorry, in 2 weeks on July 28th. We will see you then for the epic conclusion of the Jackalware arc in the Harbingers campaign. So with that, we love you guys and goodbye.
Bye.